smashed out.
Load the hanger, whoop the bank
And
up.
through the ski mask out.
In the trees, when they sleeping, gang green is in these streets, breaking guap. We got gray and yellow bombers, bending knees, kicking cheese up with ease. We cashed up hands down. I'm the highest even as an athlete. I stands out from football, hooping to boxing. I knock your ass out your guard. On the track, I pull your cord. I knock your ass out the court. Baseball, hot bras, apple bottoms, Chevrolets, candy apple rotten blade, chopping over the Everglades. I'm a straight rider. I really can't deny it. I ain't color struck, I'm color blinded. I'm so Southern California minded. New Jersey drive with it, Texas reside. I get you buried alive in it. I can see the skies, take it from the cloud and dive in it. I'm higher than me dove, need a couple more. Real taste, real spill, it really feels like I'm flying away. I'll come back down another day. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. I'm so high. I'm buzzing for fucking with my cousins. Remember that bud that you was cutting for that you was loving? That's nothing. That's nothing. It's nothing. That shit is nothing. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Pop Kush, Poco, Rio de Janeiro, nigga. Wow, I'm out of there. I'm so really not here. I can't feel my underwear. Can't even hear my ears. Whoa, I'm insane in the membrane. I'm the gangster Chris Angel. I'm so David Blizzane. I see more colors than the rainbow. On my cellular, it's Justin Fontaine. Yo, what's green with you, bro? I'm on my way over to pop some weed with you. Whoa, CM3 customer you're trying to reach is unavailable or busy or has traveled outside of the greater area of the city. I'm so high on life, bro. It feels like I'm flying away. I'll come back down another day. I see colors. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. I am so high.
If you take a look up, you'll see me. Sorry, just exploring and surf on with ET. My wings done ruined and I've been losing feathers all week. See, I'm like AT&T. I'm roaming with my tree. Jesus, touch me, I cut your thumbs off. Early this morning for the roosters, even broke sleep. I blew a sweet, got geeked in nearly for the mountain peak. Punched a couple asteroids, make the Martians get under me. Show these fools my altitude as they cutting me. I lost the shit, love the nerves, ate a whole lot of words. Now my lungs is filled with purple, they looking like crumbs to me. Pieces of the pill got my attitude like fuck you. I don't buy money, so no telling what me gon' do. And it feels like I'm flying, I'm seeing colors, wishing I was back on the ground. I'm so high, flying away. I'll come back down another day.
This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. My shit colors. So high.
Peace, peace, peace. Peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. Supreme Chief Holidays in the building. Hey, that was Green Gang. I See Colors. Shout out to Ricardo Royale, aka Gangster Rick, aka Cocoa Butter, and Justin Fontaine. That's Green Gang, y'all. I See Colors. Probably gonna be one of the first singles off this Cowboys and Indian joint we got coming out, man. Return to Doc Holliday. Legends never die. So yeah, man, that joint right there is gonna be the Smokers anthem, y'all. So this is uncut right now, unmixed. Y'all seen it raw and uncut right now on Tribe Up Sports News Entertainment. Hey, man, peace to DOT first in the building. We got Nighthawk in the building. Sleepy Jack, Mr. Aboriginal Smith, peace to the guys, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. I'd like to send a special shout out to the good people over there at 2 a.m. Y'all see it, wake up. It's time. So Be on the lookout for that 2 a.m. lifestyle, man. So y'all, like I said, it's wake up. It's time, man. Y'all know what it is. Wake up. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is about, man. Y'all see what it is, man. Master teacher. We're gonna get into this Egypto-America. What are these terminologies? Once again, we talk about terminology. We talk about words mattering, things like that, or whatever, right? And a lot of times we're gonna get into this video too, right? And we're gonna do it on this channel because it's probably gonna flag it, but we're gonna say fair use. We're gonna do all these things, whatever. But for the most part, we know what we're doing this for. We're not doing this to jack their stuff. We're doing it for educational purposes, right? But the problem is, right? We know that this is the Smithsonian. If it's the History Channel, if it's National Geographic, we know that these entities, these institutions, right? That's what I'm gonna call them, are funded, right, in the same educational system. When we talk about eugenics, we probably got to get into that tonight too, y'all. We're just gonna make this quick, y'all. We're gonna break down some of these terms right here. A couple terms before we get into this video, right? It's America Uncovered. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope video. It breaks down some stuff. What we're gonna do, we're gonna obviously decipher through a lot of the bullshit, a lot of the stuff that they say when they're using a lot of the terminology and stuff that they're doing. And you're gonna find, like I said, I don't want to spoil the video or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to greet everybody. Yo, peace and paradise, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. Who else we got in here? We definitely appreciate everybody, man, tuned in. It's gonna be tuned in later on to this broadcast, y'all. Share this if you haven't shared it, man. If you're coming in, hit that like button, man. We definitely appreciate that. Like I said, y'all, you know, we wanted to get back to the information because, like I said, it's about information, about presenting information to our people, as opposed to saying, okay, you know, we're just gonna keep going back and forth with the entertainment aspect of, you know, YouTube or whatever. You know, I prefer this nerdy stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm that guy with the, you know, the pencil protector, you know what I'm saying, and glasses on, you know, metaphorically, you know what I'm saying. I'm just a real nerd, man. That's just the type of stuff I like. We're talking archaeology and craniology and things of that nature, whatever, right? We're gonna talk about some terms that people never talk about. They never talk about these terms, right? And these terms are important because when we're listening to these scientists, right, and they're talking about time periods, and they start naming time periods and naming off time periods and stuff, right? A lot of times they do code words, right? We're going to talk about the code words and things that they use for time periods, right? But what they do is, right, yeah, I know this is, I love this one. It's always, you're talking about, they love the term Mayan. Mayan. What is this term? What does this mean? How far back does it go, right? And we're going to get into that today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about what's Mayan ruins, and what's the significance of when you're listening to a documentary from Nat Geo or history or nature or science. And see, the thing about us is, you know, we do the real work. We do the real nerd work. You know, make sure, you know, because we gotta research the researchers, right? Because once again, they have funding. We're going to talk about that. Why? Who's funding them? Why are they funding them? Why are they hiding things? Why is the government helping them hide stuff? So we got to talk about this stuff, right? We're going to get into that. I want to pull up Maya, right? We're just going to kind of read through this together, y'all. Put this on the screen. I want you guys to kind of see it. We're going to walk through this. Before we get into this video, because I want to go through a couple of terms. So when they're saying terminologies, we got to kind of, okay, we'll check them on it, right? Because I don't want you guys just take my word for it. I want you, you know, we want to see it. You know, what does Mayan mean? What is this? Where does this come from, right? I think I got the link to that one. Hold on 1 second, yeah. While we put this together. Shout out the chat room. We got Cap America is in the building. Shout out Cap. What's up, Cap? Sylvia Williams is in the building. Peace, Empress. Said, Halito, everyone. Come on and join us. Don't forget to smash the like and please share, subscribe. I definitely appreciate you and thank you for that, sis. Yeah, but we definitely appreciate everybody, man, that's tuned in, man. Like I said, this is gonna be a good one, man. We're gonna get into some information, y'all. Like I said, we're gonna dissect like surgeon, like master surgeons, right? We're gonna dissect a lot of the information that's coming in. And like I said, we're gonna focus now on PhDs. We're gonna focus on these institutions. We're talking about like Smithsonian Institute, for instance, right? And I tell people all the time because they put so much stock and energy into the Smithsonian Institute, for instance, right? But we know for a fact that Smithsonian has been hiding stuff um, and misrepresenting history for the longest, right? So it's always interesting to me when I see guys that say they're working against the system, but then using the system or or finding certain aspects that they're comfortable with, whether it's Darwinism, whether it's out of Africa hypotheses, you know, and they speak against these things that comes the system that comes from. They speak against the system, but still utilizes the things that come from that system, right? Now, I talk about this a lot when we talk about Maya, right? Talk about that they're using terminology to say, oh, hey, well, these pyramids right here, these ruins right here are Mayan ruins, right? They say it right in your face. Boom. I say all the time, there's not Mayan ruins. The Mayans didn't build them. They might inhabit them later, but they're not explaining that to you. They're just saying Maya, Mayan. They interchange those words, Mayan. They put an N, so N-A-N, Maya, Mayan, same thing, right? Um, yeah, can we just put that in Wikipedia? Testing. Okay, well, yeah, hear me. I'm here. Black Wolf, Oseo, Oseo King. What it do? Mississippi's in the building. So yeah, we want to just throw Maya in the search engine. That's all I did, y'all. Just throw in the search engine. We're just gonna. I found different, ones and different meanings. I didn't just go to one. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to exhaust all avenues. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Is that it? I see it. Can't. There we go. Wow, that's little. I can't. Damn it. Can you make that bigger? See, uh, see, it says Maya civilization, right? But we want to break down the term or not the term Maya, right? Yeah. See what's happening right now. Okay. That big as it get. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read it off the screen, so I'm gonna have to pull it up. Hold on, yeah. Read it myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read that. It's too little. I see the big words Maya origins. Yeah, I can't read that. It's too little. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's put this together. But we still want to put it on the screen so you guys can see it. I'm gonna come back to it. Like I said, time periods matter, y'all. And like I said, I want to show the time periods when we talk about what they're saying, that they're calling the Maya time period, and it goes from more. I like to say modern. AD is modern to me. So when we're talking 200 to 300 AD to 900 AD, You know what I'm saying? You have for them, you have a window, a time period when they said that these people existed who didn't call themselves these things. We always got to go back to that because they like to try to say that, but we're going to show you that these are English, Spanish, Latin terms that they put on the people, right? So once again, when you're putting terminologies on the people, right, and 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 then you can say, well, these are indigenous people. Here, look at the descendants of the Mayan people right here. These Native Americans. See what I'm saying? And that's how they play us. Oh, the darker people right here. Oh no, you guys were all descendants of the people that were brought across the Middle Passage. See how that work? So they have a script. They have a story. So when you are a part of the script, you are part of the problem. This is what we're trying to tell you. You're a part of. You're pushing their agenda. Some of y'all might not know it. A lot of y'all do. Those ones I don't like. The ones that know that you're pushing the agenda, but you have a job to do. You you get a check. You got things going on with that. So um, yeah, let's get into this music. Let's get into some music real fast, and come back and then get back to this Maya. We Godzilla. And I read it because I can't read it from the screen. It's too little. I see. Yeah, no. They're breaking down a little different time periods right there. It's definitely important. Um, I have some stuff screenshot. Yeah, no, I want to read this one right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna come back. So, yeah, let's put Godzilla on real fast. Be right back. Yeah, man, peace to the tribe, man. We're getting it together. Yeah, I want definitely want to read this and kind of break some of the stuff down. Aboriginal Think Tank, OCO, Derek Witherspoon. Peace to the God, man. Yeah, man, we definitely appreciate everybody, man. Hey, yo, man, we in the building, yeah. You're not. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see that on the screen, so I'm gonna have to read it myself. We can when we come back, we're gonna leave it on the screen. We're gonna put it back on the screen or whatever. But the stuff I'm gonna be reading. But yeah, no, we're gonna have to do that. Yeah, can we get that Godzilla up? While we so I can go get these materials to read. Hello. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Hey, man, be on the lookout, man. We got some things coming, man. So definitely excited. It's gonna be a great year. We got this pandemic going on, or a so-called pandemic, and all these little tensions and things going on. But we're gonna get into a lot of the causes of these things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff comes from the scientific community. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, not just our community, but other communities believe these Darwinistic, eugenic, you know, um, uh, folklores, feeble-minded, less intelligent, and all these other things. When we built civilization, you know what I'm saying, and did all these great things that everybody else are using, you know what I'm saying. So it's super crazy to have these type of conversations. Um, I see they have the Olmec here at certain time periods and stuff like that. And like I said, just that conversation, they have a time period on these names of people, you know what I'm saying? But we know that certain people predate other people. So once again, we're going back to the Maya. We know that Maya don't predate the so-called Olmecs. So-called Maya people are supposed to be so-called descendants of these people. So once again, when they're telling you about, they're painting a certain picture, they're coming from you. They're going to continue to teach you or specifically tell you about a agenda, right? They push an agenda. Um, I don't want to spoil it, but they want to. It's always Mayan, Mesoamerican, right? It's always Meso. Nobody's never asking the question, what what the fuck is Mesoamerica? So we're going to get into these terms. I want to be able to read them, y'all. So much you guys see them. I want to break this shit down because it's very, very important to the crux of everything that we talk about when we're seeing ourselves. And some of my brothers and sisters are kissing the Mestizo's ass. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to be a part of the system. They have been indoctrinated into this caste system. We're gonna have to get into all this. A term that nobody talks about: social stratification. What the fuck is social stratification? Well, it is the caste system. So we're gonna break these things down. I want to walk this down. You understand what I'm saying? I want to walk this thing down, y'all. Shout out to 2 a.m. Wake up! You know what I'm saying? It's time. Wake up. So, yeah, man. We're in the building. You're not. So, like I said, we'll get into this song real fast, and then we'll get back to this information. Think about thread, but this white plan attacking black people tomorrow. You know, I heard about that today, right? You know, for me, right? You know, I always tell everybody, man, stay safe, man. Keep your head on the swivel. We like always prepare for the worst. You know what I'm saying? Expect, you know, hope for the best, expect the worst. You know what I mean? And it's kind of so always be prepared. The fact that like people are having these type of conversations, you know, I look at people as cowards. Like if you're gonna say something, you're gonna put your name on it, stamp on it. So, you know, when I hear cowards saying certain stuff, I don't really take cowards serious. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they actually lynched somebody, something like that or whatever, stand on it. Yeah, nah, nigga, we did this, right? Now you're a coward. But I don't respect cowards, y'all. So I don't really look at it in that perspective.
Turn it up for me, my nigga. Record everything. Yeah. If you can't turn it up just a little bit, my nigga, I need to feel that shit in my chest. Yeah. Supreme, nigga. Supremacy. I'm on the block like a motherfucking nose guard. Teeing up for a check, I'm erect, I go so hard. I'm just trying to ride the wave like a motherfucking Coast Guard. I'm just trying to get the mail like a motherfucking postcard. Both guard like a motherfucking real name Humphrey. Can't quit, too legit, so these niggas can't touch me. Have to hammer, keep the tool like a motherfucking handyman. Better come and get your man before you have to call the ambulance. And I'm smoking on the blunt of Afghanistan. Point aimed and shoot like a motherfucking cameraman. I'm just sticking to the script like a motherfucking thespian. I'm just trying to hit a lick like a motherfucking lesbian. On the block like a nigga playing Tetris, nigga. Trying to get a shot of head like a nigga named Pettis, nigga. Push a nigga wig back like a fucked up barber, nigga. Slide you, drop bombs, turn your block Pearl Harbor, nigga. I've been doing this shit for a long time. Nigga, something like the sun, guarantee that I'm gon' shine. Got shirts, got work, got perk, got plugs, nigga. Got lean, got beans, got green, got drugs, nigga. One call, that's all, and the nigga get wiped out. Got your bitch at the crib right now, get diked out. All this shit you trying to do, swear to God that I've been dead. Rick Jill been the shit, goddammit, and I still live. You ain't never seen the fabric of the cloth that I'm cut from. Take a look at where I'm at, wouldn't believe where I come from. On the block like a motherfucking nose guard. Taking up for a check, I'm a wreck, I go so hard.
Yeah, that was a Pride of Indiana. Rick Jilla from the Swisher Sweets and YouTube Beats mixtape. Go check that out, man. That's Godzilla, and I am Chief Holiday. What it do? I mean, we're in the building. So I got this tablet out now so we can get into this thing, man. You know, it's so many different like a lot of times, you know, you got to get to the crux of this thing or whatever, right? You know, they'll show you the Maya people right now in Antigua, you know, Guatemala right now, and they'll show you these people, right? These people are not the original people, and they wouldn't have been there even 900 AD. Y'all understand? These people that you're seeing right now, who are, or even a minority in Brazil, in Guatemala, right? Who the media portrays to be the people, but if you've ever been to any of these places, you people have gone to Guatemala, gone to certain places, whatever, and came back and said, oh yeah, those are not the original people. People went to China and said, oh, okay, we've seen the Negritos over in Cambodia, all over the world, but definitely here in America, right? And we're talking about these people called Maya, right? And I want to get to the Maya peoples first, you know. Shout out to 2 a.m. Yeah. Wake up. It's time. Right? So we got the Maya people, right? And it says they are ethno-linguistic group of indigenous peoples of Mesoamerica. Now, stop right there, right? Now, the reason why this is the Egypto-America series, this is Egypto-America, is because the scientific term for the soil, the people who are sprung from the soil will be Egyptians, Egypto, right? So when we're talking about they're using these words like meso, right, in this conversation, or even indigenous peoples, right? Ethno-linguistics and all these little terms, these are code terms, y'all. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I've already told y'all that meso is a code term, right? We're going to get back to meso in a second, right? But anyway, so the ancient Maya civilization, right? Now, once again, ancient Maya civilization, right? So what are we talking about? See, they could interchange Mayan people and civilization and not even be talking about the same people. So I just need y'all to understand what they're doing when they're mind fucking you, okay? All right. This any book, any article, anywhere you find, I can go down the line. If you don't understand what they're doing, you could be confused. So I can't say that about a lot of our brothers and sisters that they could be confused by seeing this shit, right? Said the Mayan civilization was formed by members of this group, and today's, check this out, Maya are generally descended from people who live within that historical civilization, right? Word games. Today, they inhabit southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, and Honduras. Maya is a modern collective. Say this again. Maya is a modern collective term for the peoples of the region. However, the term was not historically used by the indigenous populations themselves, since there were never was a common sense of identity or political unity among the distinct populations, societies, and ethnic groups, because they each had their own particular traditions, cultures, and historical identity. I hope y'all. That's check, man. Yeah, y'all have you ever played a chess somebody and it's like they beat you in like 2, 3 moves? That's what you. That's it right there. It's over. So, yeah, I could actually drop the mic, but I gotta break this down even more, y'all, because it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly, real fast. Because once we get to this video, right, everything I'm saying is setting up so I don't have to go back and forth with them. Your coattail has already been pulled to the fuck shit that you're gonna see in this video that was put out by the History Channel, right? So it's cool. I like that they do these things or whatever when we're talking about, when we're these things, right? I love when they do that, right? But the Maya is a modern collective term for the peoples of the region. However, the term was not historically used by the indigenous populations themselves, since there were never, period. We're done. It's over, right? This is the whole theme of these conversations. Indian, Maya, blah, 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 blah. Our ancestors never called ourselves none of these motherfucking terms. So these people use these terms, they weaponize these terms, they use these terms as a social, political, economic game. This is it. The scientific community uses these terms against our people. Okay, and I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it right now. Right. So going back to Mesoamerica, while we right here right now. Right. I think we should have to break down indigenous people. Right. Let's break down Mesoamerica. Right. When I break down Mesoamerica, I want to pull up Mestizo. While we pulling up, I'm gonna read this Mesoamerica right here. Right. But I want to pull up this Mestizo because I want you to see this baby, right? Because y'all know, if anybody been watching, y'all seen this baby, right? We're gonna explain who the modern so-called Maya people, so-called Mexican people, the so-called these people, right? Who are the minority here in America, right? Just like the so-called Native Americans are minorities here in North America, right? We're gonna prove. We're gonna prove who the original people are, right? We're gonna prove just like we got records, we got everything. We got everything that you don't have. We got craniology, we got linguistics, we got everything that you can't have, and we're gonna show the connection between. And this is crazy. Last time I checked, Mexico was North America. Okay, Mexico touches so-called America, right? So we wouldn't have been separated like that. So when these people speak to us, they speak to us as if Trump had built the wall in our minds, right? You know what I'm saying? Thousands of years ago, 100 years ago, right? This is how these people think. They teach us from a colonized mindset. And so when you're reading from a colonizer mindset, you are colonized. Your fucking imagination, your mind, everything that you're doing is colonized by these people. You go to sleep, you can't do anything but be colonized and oppressed and dominated by these people because they taught you everything that you know. Okay, I'm gonna prove this shit. We're gonna go right to these people and show how these people manipulate us in real time. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This shit is ridiculous. They got to be stopped. All of them got to be stopped, right? So we're talking about Mesoamerica, right? Shit, this shit is crazy. So, okay, all right, I'm gonna break this down. I don't want to get too shit on that. Okay, Mesoamerica is a historical region, huh? Is it? And cultural area in North America, huh? It extends from approximately central Mexico through Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and northern Costa Rica. Within this region, pre-Columbian societies flourished for more than 1,000 years before the Spanish colonization of the Americas. Okay, let's figure that out. 1,000 years before, right? In the 16th century, Eurasian diseases such as smallpox and measles, which were epidemics among the colonists, but new to North America, caused the death of upwards of 90% of indigenous people, resulting in great losses to their societies and cultures. Stop right there. Now, all right, so millions of people, according to them, right? Millions died from a disease, right? What do you do with a person, just one person, right? Body who's been dead, right? Died from disease. You can't bury him because you're going to disease the ground, right? So you would have to burn down the whole forest. They didn't have gasoline and stuff like that or whatever to do it. Oh, I'm saying, yeah. They don't have no accelerants back in those days or whatever to burn these bodies. You don't have any mass graves or whatever that you can go back and say smallpox. So where did they exactly get this smallpox story from? Where is the actual scientific evidence of a mass population of people in the 90% of us being killed by these people? And how did they survive over there to come over here with the shit? Like they were just asymptomatic motherfucking smallpox carrying motherfuckers, right? Really? Do you really believe this? Where are the bodies? Show us how this happened, right? Because if not, then of course, then that's a part of the whole system that we're talking about, right? That's a part of the system. Okay? This whole conversation is a part of that system. Hey man, so yeah, so when we're talking about these terminologies, y'all, we're talking about how these people are moving, how they're playing with us, how they create this illusion that and they time travel and they put people in words and things back in time that they didn't exist, right? So once again, we're going into the meso, we're talking about meso, right? Meso um is a term that they are applying, right? Once again, that's what we call in Egypto-America, right? It's the descriptive term of the people who come from the soil, right? Dark soil, Egyptian, Egypto, right? So that's the concept. So calling it what it is because the majority of the people in North, Central, and South America are copper-colored people. We are the majority in America, okay? But the caste system pushes up the minorities, the immigrants who came here. And I'm going to prove all this. I'm going to show you all this, how this works. You know what I'm saying? So we know the Spanish colonization of the Americas in the 16th century, Eurasian diseases did not kill all our people, right? They talk about measles, smallpox, but they don't have any examples of this. They don't have any archaeology that they should be able to prove within this couple hundred years, 400 or 500 year time period. Right? If we're going back 1,000 years, you'd be able to pull up mass graves, right, of dead people that you could prove that they died from smallpox, okay? It is a story that just like Roots, just like Huck Finn, just like Harry Potter, Okay, this is what this is. There's no scientific evidence that backs this up. It's 90%. How did who took this survey? Niggas, shit, it's crazy. But this is how they do it though. So 90% of the indigenous people resulting in great losses to their societies and cultures, right? Mesoamerica is one of the 5 areas in the world where ancient civilizations arose independently, and the second in the Americas. Norte Chico, Corral Supe in present-day Peru arose as an independent civilization in North Coastal region, right? Shout out to Aboriginal Power, he talks about Corral Supe. Like I said, and they push the meso. They putting this meso thing to the time period, right? So we're gonna get into this a little bit, right? So as a cultural area, Mesoamerica is defined by a mosaic of cultural traits. Damn it. I see twos. Damn it. My bad, y'all. Hold on. As a cultural area, Mesoamerica is defined by a mosaic of cultural traits developed and shared by its indigenous cultures, beginning as early as 7,000 BCE. Now let's examine this. Now that's 7,000, so that's 9,000 years according to them, right? Now, 9,000 years ago, right, according to the bones that are in the ground in North, Central, right, and South America, okay, are Negroes. Okay? Negroid. Oh, we're not going to talk 7,000 BCE in America, right? Wasn't called Mesoamerica. Wasn't called Maya. Wasn't called Indian. Moor. Okay? It wasn't. It's not. It wasn't. It wasn't. The domestication of cuckoos, maize, beans, tomato, avocado, vanilla, squash, and chili, as well as the turkey and hog, right, resulted in a transition from Paleo-Indian hunter-gatherer tribal groupings to an organizational of sedentary agricultural villages, right? All right, no, stop right there. Now, Paleo-Indian, what? Wait a minute. So there was some so-called people that predate 7,000 BCE. Let's see what this Paleo shit is talking about. What's going on with this? Let's see. Let's break this down. Paleo-Indians, right? Paleo-Indians. Make sure y'all get me. Libra Sun is in the building. Peace to the God. Mama Bear, Oseo, Empress. We got Southwind, the goddess is in the building. Peace. Vulture Eye, Hyena Chief. Peace, King. We got Mr. Brooklyn, aka Aboriginal King, is in the building. Peace to the God, man. Got Chad Murdoch. Big up to Chad Murdoch. We international, y'all. Jamaica is in the building. Peace to the God. I'm still gonna do that whole Caribbean island mainland connection video, man. We'll show the archaeology on that. Show that we was moving long before these people thought about coming to the Americas. But we're gonna break some of this paleo shit down right here. Let me get back to the chat room fast, y'all. I think I got everybody. Kyle was in the building. Oseo King. So back to this Paleo Indian shit, right? This shit's crazy, right? So Paleo Indians are, right? Paleo/Indians or Paleo Indians, right? They smash it together, or Paleo Americans. So we know what Indians is, right? We know what Americans is, okay? So they use Paleo in these different terms interchangeably. So let's see what's going on. What's going on with this? Were the first peoples to them who entered and subsequently inhabited the Americas during the final glacial episodes. Glacial episodes. Okay. Of the late Pliocene period. Okay, so we got Paleo and Pliocene. Okay, so I want to see what's late Pliocene area time periods, right? Because we gotta get into this, right? They like to play little games on us, right? So we gotta break it down. Okay, so they got different time periods even that go back even further than that. So the late Pliocene is an unofficial sub-epoch in the International Geological Timescale and chronostratigraphy. Stratigraphy, also known as Upper Pliocene, from the stratigraphic perspective, it is intended to be the third division of the Pliocene epoch within the ongoing Quaternary period. It is currently estimated to span the time between C1, I say this, 129,000 to 11,700 years ago. So that's a big stretch right there. The late Pliocene equates to the proposed Terratanian age of the geological timescale, preceded by the official ratified Shibian and succeeded by the official ratified Greenlandian. It is estimated the beginning of the Terratanian is the start of the Eemian interglacial period, marine isotope stage 5. It is held to the end of the termination of the Younger Dryas, some 11,700 years ago. Now, they have found human remains during this time period in North America, right? The oldest, according to them, right, that they are allowing to come out, that they can do a reconstruction on, right, is a little boy that they found. They say he's between 1 and 2 years old. I call him a little ghetto boy that they found up in Montana, right? Montana is in the United States of America, right? Okay. So we got, I want to get into this video, y'all, but I gotta, it's so much in here, man. It just gets crazy, y'all. It gets crazy. But just letting y'all know, the Younger Dryas is 12,900 to 11,700 years ago, right? So you have different time periods. So according to them, right, you have human activities going on in the Pliocene, the Paleo era. According to them, right, it said Paleo Indians. You have Paleo people, right? According to when me and him had this conversation, right, and I pulled up, I pointed out an article in Nature, right, that he pulled up. I know he loves Nature, set him up, and he pulled the article up, right, and it said that they said that man was in the Americas 138,000 years ago, according to the studies and things that they seen. Not the human remains, but just that man was here, right? Like footprints and things like that, right? So what he said is those wasn't anatomically correct humans. No, they don't have anything to say with it. They just say Paleo Indians or Paleo Americans. We are descendants of the Paleo Americans, right? This is how this works. But they have taught us the story that they killed all of us off based off of a disease that they can't prove. Okay, so this is what they're doing. So I can get into all this or whatever, right? I wanna just get on into this video, y'all. It's just going down tonight. Wake up, it's time. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bust their head though, y'all. I want to get into this video. Like I said, we're gonna say fuck fair use. And the reason I got on this channel is I got too many strikes on the other channel, so just I don't want to get that one shut down forever. So we're gonna see if it go through on this channel, man. And like I said, share this video, hit the like button. Yeah, man. Like I said, we're about to go in. This is very important information that like I said, it's so much that they're doing, how they're playing the word games. You know what I'm saying? they're saying that paleo humans, right? Paleo Indians, Paleo Americans were in Americas 130,000 years ago. Yeah, we everybody clear on this, right? Okay. So this is what they're saying, not what I'm saying. So they like to go with the younger Dryas, and they talk about this so-called ice age or whatever, right? Well, we were in the Americas before, during, and after the so-called ice age, right? And people had boats and were sailing during the so-called ice age, which is around roughly like 18 to 13,000 years ago, according to them. Now, it's made up because they are associating ice and fair skin, pale skin. They're writing themselves in history based off of ice. Can't make this up. It's the facts. I don't care nobody. This is how petty they are with their bullshit that they're pushing. Okay, I'm gonna prove it. So we're gonna get into this video, y'all. Like I said, fuck fair use, y'all. Y'all know what it is. But like I said, this is a good video. I'm gonna talk over it, man. We're gonna get right to this thing. Can you make it big? Make the screen bigger at the bottom right there. It's above the red, yeah. Let's get it. Like I said, man, shout out to them though, man. Shout out to History Channel, man. We definitely appreciate y'all for the information and going out here checking this shit out. Let's go. I don't have any sound right now. Oh, it's none. Mass configuration of 300 stone. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Controversial evidence has since emerged linking site to Mayan prophecy. There you go. Federal authorities, 2012, prohibited access to the site. Really? Let's get it. Chattahoochee. When Chattahoochee. I wonder what that means. Chattahoochee. We'll get back to that. Big ooga to the tribe. The goat is in the building. We're going Georgia to Mexico today, y'all. Let's get it. And they had to peel out.
John, this is Scott Walter. Hey, Scott, how are you? Well, not that great. I just came from the site, and the government won't let me in. Bullshit. Interesting. Well, I'd be happy to show you the videos from Drac Rock that I shot last year. Well, I'd love to see it. I mean, that's the next best thing. But God, I'm heading back to Minneapolis right now. Could you meet me in my lab and bring the footage? Absolutely. All right. Let's plan on meeting tomorrow. I'll see you there. The history that we were all taught growing up is wrong. My name is Scott Walter, and I'm a forensic geologist. There's a hidden history in this country that nobody knows about. There are pyramids here, chambers, tombs, inscriptions. They're all over this country. We're going to investigate these artifacts and sites, and we're going to get to the truth. Sometimes history isn't what we've been told. Dying to see this video here.
I'm glad to show it to you.
Yeah, say, I got to tell you, the government wouldn't let me in. How the hell did you get in and take these videos?
Well, I had a permit back in 2011 and spent a day at the site. It's a huge site. I got clips of a number of rock walls that form terraces going up this mountain slope, maybe over 100 of these. They're just all over the place.
Now, you said over 100?
Yeah, it's
Really?
amazing. You walk along, all of a sudden there's a rock wall and then a relatively flat area. Now, this is a shot from up at the upper elevation. See how nicely constructed that wall is? And then there were some water features, some of these dams that were
Reservoirs or something?
to control water.
Really?
And there was some rock cairns up there, some type of ceremonial structures, and I even found a rectangular stone foundation
For a structure of some type, pyramids, perhaps. Okay. So we have rock formations, extensive terraces to control water, and stone foundations. Is it big?
You could get lost up there. The only direction that you would know to get out is to go down.
Okay.
I tell you, if you want to know more about this, and this is how I found out about the site, you need to contact Richard Thornton. He's a Native American architect down in Georgia, and he spent a decade studying this.
Does he think there could be a Maya-Georgia connection at this site?
Yeah, and that's what caught my attention.
I'll tell you what, John, if the Mayans came to Georgia, this could rewrite history.
I mean, do you think they had to get a passport before colonization? Do we think that these made up people, aka Mayans, didn't move around? Like it's known that we were trading from Brazil to Canada. So the fact that these people are having these conversations is really really mind-boggling. That they think, once again, that these scientists right here, this journalists right here, these people think in these terms. They think from they are teaching. They set this video up from that agenda right now. Watch the Native American nigga he want to go see right now. Check this Native American nigga out right here. Check this out. This shit is crazy. Wait for it. Wait for it. This shack. Wait for it.
Richard Thornton, glad to meet you.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's down at the National Forest.
Yes.
Sorry, Richard Thornton from
structures, investigating the connection between the mountains,
Bristol, Connecticut,
and
by way of
look at
Scotland.
I was
Fuck out of here.
tonight. First of all, I do
Jeez.
support this whole Mayan-Georgia connection.
Well, it's not even a theory, it's a fact. The Mayans are one of the Mexican Native American ethnic groups that became the Creek Indians.
What are some of the things that to you provide evidence of this assimilation, really, or this coming together here in Georgia from Mexico?
We have the architecture, we have the cultural traditions, the art are very similar.
Okay.
Approximately a third to a half of the words in the Itzati Creek language are either Maya or Totonac.
Okay, linguistics.
So
what about archaeoastronomy? They, like the Mayans, use of these amazing structures that align with the sun, the moon, the planets for practical and religious reasons. Is any of that going on around here?
Yes, very much so. That's
Okay, so
that's one area I'm a city planner, so yeah, I'm pretty strong in it, so I can help you there.
Do you have any of this
I have
architecture?
I have drawings and photographs, yes.
Is that what they don't want me to see?
I don't know what they do. Why? It's a massive site. What to keep in mind, this place is a half-mile square at least. It's a town.
Okay.
It has over 300 stone structures. It's like nothing else in America, really. It's been radiocarbon dated to at least 1,000
That's more than
AD.
Egypt.
What do archaeologists think about this?
I thought the archaeological community would go gaga. You know, they'd be fighting
That
over the
nigga
chance
need to go live in one of
them. Would you believe that some professors who had never seen this track rock site, they formed a political action group to oppose anything discussion of the track rock site and it being Mayan? Now, why? I don't know, because they're like 600 miles away.
So you're asking me if I would believe that the academic community might try to shut down investigation like this? Yes, I would. Look, pal, I've lived it, okay? I was hired to investigate an artifact called the Kensington Moonstone.
Yes, I've heard of it.
When I came out with these results, I was blasted. And it really puzzled me at first, and then it pissed me off. Well, I've spent the last 12 years investigating these historical mysteries, and when you tell me that there's pushback from the professional or the academic community, I'm interested. That's a sure sign that there's probably something going on here. These are some of John's videos. You can see the rocks.
That's a ruin of a building.
There looks like an offering altar with a little hole here.
I was thinking that also, if this would have been covered with clay and then plastered with lime stucco.
You know, Richard, I have to say, when I look at something like this, I'm not impressed. You know, I thought I'd be seeing these cut, beautifully cleaved worked stones and these big temples that you think of when you think of people like the Maya. I mean, why don't we have that here?
This is what most Maya sites look like before the archaeologists go to work and the architects like me restore the ruins.
Damn, babe.
We
What
lost it.
happened? They kicked you out? It says stream unavailable.
Yeah, they kicked us off, but we still live though. Yeah, man, y'all just see what it is, man. They not gonna let that go through. What I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna break it down, y'all. Damn, N Jones is in the building. Peace, Empress. Damn, Rainstorm. Peace. Jay Lowry, Steve Red Clay. Peace to the guys, man. So, hey, so basically, y'all. So what he was doing, right? What he was gonna do, and basically that's really what I wanted to show because it's like a long ass video. The the Native American guy, right? He's the expert. He's 10 years in it. He's the expert, right? How is it like, yo, like what makes him an expert? Like what's going on? Like, and you see that they're not letting only certain people can get into the site that are cleared that they know that are working with them. So they're even if you're not cleared to work with them and only have an academic viewpoint on this, right? And this is what's so interesting about the Amun Ra Squad, right? That they take the academic position while saying that they're speaking for brown people. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That you speak for the best interest of our people when you know that the educational system, literally from kindergarten to doctorate degree, is indoctrination, right? And this is what these guys are doing, right? Native American. He's trying to tie himself into the original people. He's not the original person. He's European. Okay. Because if I ask him, can he trace himself back to Europe? He's gonna say yes, Sir Richard Thornton. Okay. He's gonna say yes. Okay. This is facts. Like he's a proud European. He's gonna say that. But because, and we can get into the $5 thing or whatever, that social political posturing. This is how they did it. This is how they swapped places with us and made themselves American and created this buffer class called the Mestizo. Can we put the Mestizo up? Mestizo up on that. Yeah, we get back to that. Yeah, get back to the teaching. I'm gonna read it though, but I want y'all to see the shit because you know on the screen because it's definitely crazy what we're talking about. But I'm gonna bust down this Mestizo stuff right now, dude. The Native American guy, just the expert on his site or whatever, right? And he showed the pics or whatever. Now, dude said he wasn't impressed and it wasn't all nice and see that's the thing, right? Our stuff is so old here in America, right? We talk about Poverty Point. Supposed to be one of the oldest fucking pyramid sites on the planet, right? We talk about Brazil when they thought that was just some mounds of refuge. I'm like, really? Nah, it was carefully strategic shell mounds that they say go back 70, 80,000 years. Man, we're older than the dirt. So it ain't no date on us. How old is the dirt? You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about social stratification, right? Social stratification. Let me pull that up real fast. I'll read that, y'all. I want to pull up this Mestizo stuff because I'm going to break down the social stratification. Right. Yeah, I'm going to put Mestizo on the screen. Oh, yeah. Shit. Hey, man, hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. We're in the building. Okay. Excuse me. So we got Mestizo. Oh, I'm gonna pull up social stratification first. Read this. Can you scroll down or click on that pic right there? Yeah, it's gonna get a little bigger so you can read it. This is what they call a CASA system, right? And see the, you know what I go to. Hold on. Just want you guys to see this while I read this right here, right? So we're talking about social stratification, right? Social stratification, okay? And it's in a pyramid form. So it's showing you the pyramid form of the social stratification, right? I'm just gonna get to the key definition of it real fast. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so we're talking social stratification, right? In order for this guy to the left right here, who's European, who came to America, Peru. This is an indigenous Peruvian woman who married this guy to the left. He planted his seed into the soil of this land, which is this woman. You know how they say the guys, the earth, she's the earth. The baby is what you call a mestizo, right? And they create a social stratification, okay? So we're gonna break down social stratification, okay? Refers to a society's categorization. I'm gonna say this again. A society's categorization, right, of its people into groups based on social economic factors like wealth, income, race, education, gender, occupation, social status, or derived power, social and political. As such, stratification is relative social position of persons within a social group, category, geographic region, or social unit. Okay, let's break this down. Let's unpack this real fast, right? So the guy to the left, right, came to America. Woman, right, on the baby, she don't look like a slave, right? But if you let them tell the story, they'll tell the story as if this lady right here was a slave to this man right here to the right. But why would he have to marry her, right? To legitimize that baby and socially place the system, right? The baby is a part of the system. They call this baby a mestizo, okay? Okay? We're gonna get back to the baby, right? But this is a CASA system. It's a caste system, okay? So this is called social stratification, what we're talking about, right? We're getting to we're diagnosing the symptoms, the not the symptoms, the disease that, remember disease. We're diagnosing disease. We know we have a disease. We know that we are participating. We are wholeheartedly participating. Some of us call it Willie Lynch syndrome. Some of us call it whatever, right? Some niggas call it Coons, whatever. We participate in this system. Even when we don't know it, even when we think we're fighting against the system, we participate in the stratification system, okay? And then we continue to try to push everybody else down to try to climb up into the stratification system. Some people even bleach their skins to try to move up, like Sammy Sosa, okay? So getting back to this. In modern Western societies, social stratification is typically defined in terms of three social classes: the upper class, the middle class, and lower class. In turn, each class can be subdivided into upper stratum, the middle stratum, and lower stratum. Wow. Moreover, a social stratum can be formed upon the basis of kinship, clan, tribe, or caste, or all four. Now, you know what's interesting right here, right? That they say, even within these social classes, you got upper class, you got, even subdivisions within the upper class, different stratums within those different things, right? So it's interesting that the lower class has a tier, you know what I'm saying, in different layers. Now they're calling it stratification, keyword stratus, right? Strati, meaning levels, right? Just like, you know, when you're going down layers in geology, you go down into the strata, it's different layers, right? Well, right, at the bottom, right, you know how they say the deeper you dig, the darker the planet gets, right? Well, the bottom of this social stratification, this social system, ironically, the bottom of the lower class would be us, the indigenous people of the land. Now, it wasn't always like that. It took time to make that happen, and they had wrote it back in history like it happened even longer before that. But this man wouldn't have had to marry this woman right here if if he if if she didn't socially matter. You understand what I'm saying? So he came from somewhere. He married into her family, into her tribe. Okay, that was the mistake. Okay, not all this rapes and all this other bullshit. Those are part of the more the stories that they like to tell to put us in a loser in a low position, right? Along with your black status, get you on down there because you once light, you got raped. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that. The categorization of people by social stratum occurs most clearly in complex state-based, polycentric, or feudal societies, the latter being based upon social economic relations among classes of nobility and classes of peasants. Fuck, you got classes of peasants, but it's almost like, you know how like you you have one motherfucker, he in a bad situation with you, but he's trying to be better than you, and he's kissing asses and stuff like that or whatever. Like maybe he can in hopes to move into the middle class. So they even literally talk about this, like, you know, people trying to move into the middle class and things like that or whatever, right? So it's like they fuel the system and they use this black white stuff as a part of the stratums in this caste system. So even inside the different levels of this caste system and this social stratification that we have here in America, right? That we still put ourselves at the bottom of every one of those things. Oprah in the Billionaires Club, right, would be in like I say the upper, right? But she's still at the lower part of that. And that's based off of what? Matter of fact, they even seem like they're even lower than the people at the bottom and the lower class. You understand what I'm saying? They put themselves in that. Like the cops would be at the bottom in the lower class, but at the, you know, maybe in the middle to the top of the lower class. You understand what I'm saying? And so they put themselves in that position to even be under them, you know, socially. You know what I'm saying? And I say this all the time: would we put ourselves in this position if we economically we're in the top position where we put ourselves, if we were economically in the top position where we put ourselves bottom socially? We wouldn't allow that to happen. We wouldn't allow nobody, we wouldn't produce the movies that puts us, our women, our children, our men in dishonor. We wouldn't allow these things to happen if we were economically whole. You know what I'm saying? So when it says the categorization of people by social stratum occurs most clearly in complex state-based polycentric or feudal societies. The latter being based upon social economic relations among classes of nobility and classes of peasants. Historically, whether or not hunter-gatherer, tribal, and band societies can be defined as social stratified, or if social stratification otherwise began with agriculture and large-scale means of social exchange, remains to be a debated matter in the social sciences. Determining the structures of social stratification arises from inadequacies of status among persons. Therefore, the degree of social inequalities determine a person's social stratum. Generally, the greater the social complexity of a society, the more social stratification exists by way of social differentiation. Okay. All right. So we talk about all that or whatever. Right. So we're gonna get to this we're gonna get to this Mestizo though, right? So I wanted to break this stuff down. Mestizo. I can't read it on the screen, so I'm gonna pull it up, y'all, and read it from here. So I'm just gonna pull the same one up. Um, so I'm reading right, same thing. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Like I said, man, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. We definitely appreciate it. All right. Okay, so we got Mestizo, right? That's Mestizo, Mestizo, Spanish, right? Feminine, mestiza. So, right? So the masculine is mestizo, mestiza is feminine. Is a term historically used in Spain and Hispanic America that originally referred to a person of combined European and indigenous American descent. That's the picture right here that you see down here. The casa painting of a Spanish man and a Peruvian woman with a mestizo child. That's in 1770. Now, they have whitened this same picture up to where the woman is light as the baby. Can't make it up. I can't make it up. So that same picture, right, the original one, is you understand what I'm saying? It's been tampered with. So they love tampering with pictures, and we're gonna get to that one. You know, the whitening of everything. You know what I'm saying? So, it says, okay, I'm gonna start over. Mestizo is a term historically used in Spain and Hispanic America that originally refers to a person of combined European and indigenous American descent, regardless of where the person was born. The term was used as an ethnic racial category for mixed race casas that evolved during the Spanish Empire. Stop right there. Now, this is a part of the social stratification, right? You gotta create the buffer class of people and the different variations of even skin tones to create to not only marginalize but to create this system, this social stratification, this caste system that we're fighting, that we're talking about. Now our system looks different than Jamaica and Haiti. It looks different than Brazil, but it's the same system. Just some people dealing with the French, some people dealing with the Dutch, so you're gonna have a different experience, and you're gonna have different terminologies. The terminologies matter, right? Because if I say mestizo is a Native American, you're like, well, no, that's Spanish. Well, mestizo in English is miscegenation, which also means mixed generations. Okay, we're gonna get back to this. All right, so mestizo originally referred to a person of combined European and indigenous American descent, regardless of where the person was born. Term was used as an ethnic racial category for mixed race casas, the baby down there, right? That evolved during the Spanish Empire. Although broadly speaking, mestizo means someone of mixed European and indigenous heritage. The term did not have a fixed meaning in the colonial period. It was a formal label for individuals in official documentation such as census, parish registers, inquisition trials, and other matters. Individuals were labeled by priests and royal officials as mestizos, but the term was also used for self-identification. A casa painting of a Spanish woman and a Peruvian woman child in 1770. That's the picture right there, right? So regions with significant, right, populations of mestizos. So it says Latin America, United States, Philippines, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, and Aruba. Whoa. So, like I said, who are the mestizos in the United States? Well, let's see. Don't listen to Chief Holiday. Can you click on it down there? Who the in the United States, who the mestizos are in the United States? Commonly known as the United States of America, or America is a country mostly. Nah, they're not gonna get into they're not gonna get into it. They're just talking about the United States. They're not gonna get into who the Mestizo is right here. Oh, I'm gonna get back to it. I get to it. I'll read about it. I got y'all. Don't trip. So regions with significant populations of Mestizos: Latin America, United States, Philippines, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, and Aruba. Now, going back up here, it says, right. Hold on. It says a Mestizo, right, is Spanish, right, is a term historically used in Spain and Hispanic America that originally referred to a person of combined European and indigenous American descent. Right? Okay, right. So we read this part, so we understand what that is, right? So when you get down here and you say, okay, in the United States, that means that the Europeans came to the United States, right, and created a mixed generations of people. And it's different variations of these people, and they create these tribes. Are we all clear? Is anybody clear? Are we gonna go back and forth? We're gonna argue that they create these tribes off this caste system. This is a system, right? Okay, so we're not gonna play with that. Languages: predominantly Spanish, Portuguese, English, indigenous languages of Americas, Philippines languages, and Papiamento. Okay, religions: predominantly Christianity. You're already fucked up. Majority Roman Catholic, Protestants, especially Pentecostal and evangelical. Okay, indigenous beliefs: related ethnic groups, Amerindian peoples, European peoples. Related ethnic groups: the Amerindian peoples and European peoples. They didn't say somebody else. They didn't. No, this right here. This is what they said, right? They didn't come. Those are the groups. This is a mestizo. This is miscegenation. Okay, this is what we're talking about. In modern era, particularly in Hispanic America, mestizo has become more of a cultural term, with the term Indian being reserved exclusively for people who have maintained a separate indigenous ethnic identity, language, tribal affiliation, etc. In the late 19th and early 20th century, Peru, for instance, mestizos denoted those people with evidence of mixed ethno-racial descendants and access, usually monetary access, but not always to secondary educational institutions. This conception changed by the 1920s, especially after the national advancement and spiritual economy of, I got to spell this for y'all, INDIGNISMO, indigeniso, right? The term miscegenate, talking as its root mestizo or mix, came from the Latin word mixtus. That's MIXTUS. Now, peep this out, y'all. It gets interesting. Meaning mixed. It is modern Spanish word coined with the 20th century for race mixture or miscegenation. Okay? Right? The general process of mixing ancestries. Okay? To avoid confusion with the original usage of the term mestizo, mixed people started to be referred to collectively as castas. And think about how derogatory that sound. Like they're telling you, like it's like a motherfucker call you eugenics, UGs or something, UGs. You know what I mean? Like short for eugenics niggas. Like they're telling you, like, this shit is crazy. But this is how they doing it. So in some Latin American countries, right, such as Mexico, the concept of the mestizo became central to the formation of a new independent identity that was neither wholly Spanish nor wholly indigenous. And the word mestizo acquired its current meaning, it being used by government to refer to all Mexicans who do not speak indigenous languages. God damn. Shit. Including people of complete European or indigenous descent, as well as Asians and Africans. See how they just mixed everybody in the bowl of gumbo? And remember, they got stratums within the layers of that. So it doesn't matter, because the darker you are in any of those stratums, you're gonna be at the bottom. That's how this works. This shit crazy. This how they do it, yo. This is how they beat. It's being used by the government, including people. Okay, during the colonial era, mestizo, right, was a category which was used rather flexibly to register births in local parishes, although its use did not follow any pattern of strict genealogy. With Mexican independence, academic circles that the miscegenae, or cosmic race ideology, was created. The ideology asserted that mestizos are the result of the mixing of all races. After the Mexican Revolution, the government, on its attempts to create an unified Mexican identity with no racial distinctions, adopted and actively promoted the miscegenae ideology. All right, so what has been said right now, that they flipped from the indigenous culture, right, as being the identity of Mexico, right? And after the Mexican Revolution, right, after the Mexican Revolution, now the identity of the Mexican people in general, right? Even though the people are in different, look like different people and stuff like that, right? They, after the Mexican Revolution, they changed it to mestizo, miscegenae, right? Miscegenae ideology. That the mixed ideology is the identity of Mexico after the Mexican Revolution. Are we all clear? Everybody understand this? Just like now, they have changed it after, right, colonization, and then after so-called revolutions, right, and they push so-called people out, but still keep their name, still keep their religions, still keep all the terminology, the Costa systems and everything else, and then still do business with these motherfuckers, right? So you didn't kick them out. It wasn't a revolution, okay? You didn't go back to the indigenous language. You didn't honor your ancestors that are on the ground, that's on the murals in Mexico. You didn't do that. This is what you niggas did. You niggas tapped into the miscegenae motherfucking ideology. That is the motherfucking Mesoamerican fucking ideology, okay? We're not gonna get back around this. We're not gonna keep playing. This is the marketing strategy, just like they marketed us, that we're from Africa and that Kansas, Iowa, and places like that is not our motherfucking land. This is how this works, okay? If I can make you identify to any term, long as I continue to keep saying it, colored, right? Casa, right? Nigga, right? It doesn't matter. As long as we can market this to you and make you identify and internalize this. This is what they're doing, okay? Fuck. The Portuguese cognate, mestizo. Hold on, put this back on the screen. Mestizo, right? Historically referred to any mixture of Portuguese and local populations in the Portuguese colonies. In colonial Brazil, most of the non-enslaved population was initially mestizo de Indio, i.e. mixed Portuguese and native Brazilian. I gotta see what mestizo de Indio means, y'all. Let's go to this real fast. Oh, shit. I gotta spell this. Caboclo is C-A-B-O, Caboclo, right? Is a Portuguese pronunciation, is a person of mixed indigenous Brazilian and European ancestry, right? The most common use, or a culturally assimilated or detribalized person of full Amerindian descent in Brazil, a Caboloco generally refers to this specific type of Mestizo, right? The term also pronounced Caboco is from Brazil, Portuguese, and perhaps ultimately from the Tupi, that's Tupi. It means a person having copper-colored skin. I'm gonna say this again, right? The term also Caboco, right, is from Brazilian, Portuguese, and perhaps ultimately from the Tupi. Oh, let me click on it real fast. I gotta go. The Tupi language, right? That's Tupi, old Tupi or classical Tupi is an extinct Tupian language, right? So the Tupian and the Tupian people are the same thing, which was spoken by the native Tupi people of the Brazil, mostly those who inhabited coastal regions of South and Southeast Brazil. It belongs to the Tupi Guarani, right? Language family, and has a written history spanning 16th, 17th, and 18th century. In its early colonial period, Tupi was used as a lingua franca throughout Brazil by the Europeans and Amerindians, and had literary uses. Oh yeah. Had literary uses, early colonial period. Tupi was, Brazil, Europeans, and had literary uses, but was later suppressed also to extinction, leaving only one modern descendant with with an appreciable number of speakers. Huh? Wait a minute. So they see, damn it. So it's only one modern descendant of these people? That's crazy, y'all. Anyway, but these people are copper colored people. These are dark people. You know, we talk about Luzia being down in southern Brazil. You know what I'm saying? We can tie her to these copper colored people right here, right? So hold on, I'm going to go back to what I was reading. Miss Miscegenate, right? Portuguese. Okay. Mixed Portuguese and native Brazilian. There was no descendant-based caste system, and children of upper-class Portuguese landlord males and enslaved females would enjoy privileges higher than the ones given to the lower classes, such as formal education. Though such cases were not so common, and they tended to not inherit property generally given to the children of free women who tended to be legitimate offsprings. In cases of concubinage, also a common practice inherited from Amerindians and African customs. No African customs, but indigenous customs, right? In the Philippines, which was a capacity general of Spain, the term mestizo came to refer to a Filipino with any foreign ancestry and usually shortened as Tizo. That's Tiso. They call them Tizo. It's short, right? Remember, the Spanish went into the Philippines. They found Negritos there, and then they created Manny fucking Pacquiao. Pacquiao is a mestizo. Do y'all get it? Pacquiao is this fucking baby. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao, but that's just what it is. He is part Manny, right? Manny, Spanish. Okay, y'all got it? Y'all get it? Shit. In Indonesia, the term mestizo. Wait, so you got mestizos anywhere that the European went and created a mixed generations of people. Did they go to India? Yes. Okay. So in Indonesia, the term mestizo refers to ethnicities, which is a mixture of European and native Indonesians. What the fuck? They are usually referred to as the Indo people. See, now you have a motherfucker telling you that the Indo people, right? The mestizo is the original people, the people of that land, because those are the people that they are marketing. Y'all get it? Do y'all understand what's going on here? This is not just in Mexico. It's in North America, it's in Philippines, it's in the Indonesia, it's in China, anywhere that the Europeans went and put their blood with other people and created mixed people. This happened. And they're writing them back in history. That's what they're doing. We got to understand that, right? Okay, in Ontario and Western Canada, the Metis, that's Metis, people are a distinct community composed of descendants of European, usually French or Scottish, sometimes English, involved in the fur trade and Canadian First Nations people, especially the Cree and the Anishinaabe. It does not include people of mixed European and Inuit ancestry, as used in Quebec. However, the term refers to anyone of mixed European, usually French and First Nation ancestry. Now, a lot of times when you see the people that are said calling themselves the First Nations and people now, they are the mestizos. Okay? They're mixed. These are mixed generation people. So a lot of them don't have a 500, 700, 800,000 year history on this land, y'all, because they were in Europe. Their ancestors came here and mixed with our people here. Some don't even know that time period. Shout out to Huey P in the building. Peace to the guy. Blue, what it do? Nonetheless, these pale faces convert everything into a corporate business, fictitious titles. Nothing in the public is based on nature. Facts. All motherfucking fabrications. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but. That's facts. Super facts. What we got here, man? Man, we're going in tonight, y'all. Definitely gonna be opening up the panel real quick. Y'all, we ain't gonna be on too long. We gotta shut. We're gonna shut this part down, but we know we can probably talk about it, reputation, y'all. Guess we can't play the video no more. Oh shit. So let's get to the etymology of this, right? Because I just think this is crazy, y'all. It really is. The Spanish word mestizo is from Latin mixtus, right? That's Mixtius, meaning mixed. Its usage has been documented as early as 1275 to refer to offsprings of an Egyptian Afro-Hamite and a Semite, Afro-Asiatic. Damn, that's an Egyptian, Afro-Hamite, and Semite. How is this possible? You just described the same person, an Egyptian, an Afro-Hamite, and Semite, Afro-Asiatic. This term was first documented in English in 1582. I think y'all lost your goddamn mind. Y'all see how they just carved up the same people, the same person, the Egyptian, Afro-Egyptian is a descriptive term of the people. Anywhere you're speaking Latin, those are dark people, Egyptians, right? Afro, natural, Hamite. Like I'm not even getting to all that biblical stuff, whatever, but the Hamite people are dark people. Ham, right? It just means dark. Abraham, father of dark. Fuck. And Semite, I'm not even gonna go there with y'all, man. Why we gotta have these? Why do they do this? But this is what they do. This is what they do. They play these little word games, and we fall for it because we think we scholars. We think that we can read something from these motherfuckers, and we think that they're teaching us something. They're fucking your mind. That's what they're doing. Fuck. In the United States, Canada, and other English. Okay, no, I think I read it. Okay, we talk about the Philippines. Yeah, man, I think this is over, y'all. I really do. Hold on. I do want to talk about the United States. In the United States, Canada, and other English-speaking countries, the cultural mestizo, as a loan word from Spanish, is used to mean a person of mixed European and American Indian descent exclusively, generally with connections to Latin American culture or of Latin American descent, a concept which stricter than that found in Romance languages, especially Portuguese, possessing terms that are not cognate with mestizo for such mixture, and thus That makes sense. Thus, the concept of Mestizo is not seen as particularly connected with Amerindian ancestry at all. It is related to the particular racial identity of historical Amerindian descent, Hispanic and Latino American communities in American context. Now, okay, what you have here, right? What they're saying is, right, in modern terms, that based off of who colonized you, right? You know what I'm saying? These people are definitely categorizing themselves differently. You know what I'm saying? Based off, I give you a perfect example, like on the same island of Hispaniola, right? AKA Haiti and DR, right? You got the same people, but because they got two different colonizers, they view themselves differently based off of religion. Based on religion, based off of language and stuff like that. Hold on a second, y'all. So what I mean, it's the same thing when we got DR and you got, you know what I'm saying, you got two different colonizers, right? Right? Two different languages, Spanish, you got French, so you got two different mindsets. So it would be the same thing. You could have Colombia right next to Ecuador or whatever, right? Peru next to these people, whatever, and they see themselves differently. And and even historically, they might even know that they are same peoples, right? But because the colonizer came in and put his stamp on you and started labeling you a different, or you're not a mestizo, you're a mestizo. Because you're a mestizo, you're better than the mestizos, right? You see what I'm saying? Or you don't have a different, you got a different mixture than they got. Oh, they mixed with the Africans. You're not mixed with Africans. You only mix with the Indians, Native Americans, and the white boy. Well, guess what? Mestizos is any mixtures. It's not just the original mixture, right? It's any admixtures, okay? So you know how you have the whole concept of mulatto and octoroon and you know, all these things or whatever because they kept going. It's called eugenics. You kept going in a eugenic, a degenerate state. I don't know if you guys seen the joint with the big head scientists or whatever. We're gonna have to do that joint. That'll be dope. But it kind of they tell a story, but the science behind it or whatever is ill. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm gonna put the link in the chat room, y'all. I think we kind of went into that a little bit. We got some questions. Anybody got any questions? I had hundreds of PDFs. That's what's up. Shout out to Rainstorms in the building. So CEO. Yeah, man. We didn't have much of that video left. I really wanted y'all to see that, man. And I got articles. I got different things, and we talk about the LiDAR, right? The LiDAR, that's light detection and ranging. Okay, LiDAR, right? And what this is they shoot lasers down to the surface, right? Through the water, stuff like that, whatever, and you can go down and it finds different particles, and it gets kind of technical, stuff like that, whatever. But the laser finds and it creates, you know, the optical illusion that shows you basically what's on the ground or what's underground, things of that nature, right? So it's not like a X-ray, but more like a laser ray. You know what I mean? It's basically the laser that basically shine light in places that you can't see. Basically, you know what I'm saying? So that's the concept of that, right? And by using this LiDAR technology, right? In Georgia, they have found temples. They call them Mayan temples, right? Because it's so-called Mayan culture, Mayan, you know, pottery, things of that nature, right? Right? But they also find human bodies inside these tombs, right? That match, that are the same people in Mexico. So whether or not they came to Mexico from there or they went from Mexico to there, You have craniology that says that not only these people are phenotypically the same people, Negroes, right? By the way, right? But culturally, even if their languages were different, they interchangeably speak to one another, right? So it's always interesting how they say, "Oh yeah, well the people died with the language." No. You just wrote them. It's called paper genocide. We could write you out of history based off we just erase your or absorb your language into the collective. Okay, by taking your language and putting it into the collective. Like this shit is ill, man. These motherfuckers are genius. Hey, I seen Laney earlier. Peace, love, Empress. Definitely appreciate you. We got the goddess, Miss Gretchen Helm is in the building. Peace, sis. David Taylor, OCO. That's what's up, bro. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, man, I'm gonna put the link out there, man. We're gonna get into this thing. Hold on. I want to send a shout out to 2 a.m. Wake up. It's time. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for that. For 2 a.m. Culture, it's a lifestyle, man. So yeah, man, salute to the people over there at 2 a.m., man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man, holding us down. I'm looking forward to a great partnership. So peace to y'all. What else we got in here? Yeah. Pookery True. Pooker is in the building. Salute, man. Definitely appreciate you. Check out the light on Kentucky. Absolutely. I absolutely will. Brother, I'll be everywhere with it, man. I'll be everywhere. That's how I found that motherfucking step pyramid out there in East Kentucky. You know, looking at LiDAR and stuff, you know, so I'll be on it, bro. So I'm telling you, I'm a nerd when it comes to this shit, bro. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? I really love it. It's just fun. Yeah, it's definitely fun discovering the greatness of our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the things that they did that these people are trying to do, trying to write us out of history. We're not going to allow that to happen. The ancestors that woke up in us, it's our duty to do this. They can block. That's why I did it on this channel. They can block this video. They can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Guess what? You can't stop us. You can't stop this information. You can't stop this information getting out, right? Now, by the way, in Georgia, right? Georgia, right? Which is North America, just like Mexico's in North America, right? It would be like Texas is, right? You could drive from Georgia to Texas. Texas used to be Mexico, right? But until they annexed it, it turned into Texas. So people don't even consider themselves Americans because they just happen to be on the side of Texas when they changed it. But they consider themselves Texans. Okay? Now, you got Navajo Indians, right? Who would be and right across the Rio Grande, right? I could throw a rock across the, like, I walked. You could step into Mexico. It's that close, right? Texas. Come on, y'all. It's right there, right? San Antonio, Mexico's right there. It's like Mexico's literally right there, right? So, but based off of this imaginary line that they got in the middle of the sand right here, the people, the tribe, the people, the Mestizos on this side over here are Navajo. On the other side, they're Mexican. Because they have adopted a national identity after the Mexican Revolution. Y'all understand? Meshi, land of the black gods. Meshi, Mexico, land, the land of the black gods. Everything about this land is identified for us. It's for us. Okay, Mexico is for us. It's our land. We are the black gods. Y'all understand? That's why you have the murals. You have the mummies in the ground. You have all the things that point to our ancestors, right? So for me, the key is for us to not only for us to tap into the ancestors, but everybody else needs to tap into the ancestors here, as opposed to honoring the casa system, honoring the eugenic system, right? That's what they're doing. Every time when I see it, I think I check some motherfuckers. I don't get it like that often or whatever. When I get a mestizo or even a person that's full blooded, so to speak, right? And they caping, right? I gotta check you. You caping for the Queen of England. What about your ancestors in the ground? Because they always, you know, like the dude when shout out to Chief Colonial when he called into the Cherokee people. Well, we don't need to call them. They need to be calling us. We don't need to be calling them no more, y'all. Okay, we good. So if you're going back and forth and dude was saying this, and you ask him, say, what about your great grandmother? Oh, well, she was dark skinned. What? Wait a minute. But you do all this disrespectful stuff because they turn their back on their ancestors and start honoring the castle system, right? That's what they're doing. That's what we're seeing. So when you see that or whatever, you know, it is that is a part of the problem. Yeah, that is a main part of the problem that we're having with our people. Yakub, yeah, big ass scientist, man. What you got in the building, man? Yeah, man, definitely appreciate y'all. Let's think in the chat real fast. So also in Georgia, right? They have found not only that the people are the same people, right? It don't make sense. People would have been moving around. We would have been. It just doesn't make sense. So they're dumb when they do all that dumb shit and start categorizing people, even while they're telling you, like you don't think that they know about the castle system? You don't think that dude and these people that produced this film for America Unearthed, you're trying to still talking about why you trying to uncover stuff, you're still covering it up for these people. That's what you're doing. But it's okay, we got you. When y'all just you ain't gotta go far. You can go 2,000 or 3,000 years and pull up our bones in the ground. They have literally excavated and bulldozed down mounds with thousands of bodies, put those bodies in motherfucking dump trucks and hauled them off. Okay? Destroyed these bones of our ancestors, okay? Destroyed our ancient sites, all of America, and built on top of them. Literally. No bullshit. So this is just facts, whatever. Just that alone, yeah, just that alone. And so I can put the declaration in the chat room, man. As we talk about this in the declaration, man. Shout out to the guy, Libra Son. Man, hey, tomorrow is the anniversary of the Declaration of Reclamation. We're gonna have a reading, man. We're gonna definitely, Libra, I got you on the declaration. Matter of fact, we might even play it tonight. Y'all. A little later on or something, man. But yeah, so yeah, it's going down, man. So we have what they don't have. We have evidence, okay? I just wanted to let y'all know that we got evidence. They don't have that. So we have to work on this, y'all. We got to figure this thing out. We can't keep allowing these people to create our reality for us. You know what I'm saying? Like our reality is created by them. They call it programming. It's past programming right now. It's like architect. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got us fucked up. Like, it's real shit. So, man, I'll put this link in the building. So if you guys don't know, man, we can get 9 more people on the panel. So StreamYard is definitely trying to step their little shit up. We got House of Nathan Buian in the building. OCO, when you go to the History Channel website, search Mayans, and they have the Mayans white with blonde dreads. Damn, the children of North. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how they do us. We are revoking their independence time to go home, motherfuckers. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, just saying that right there needs to be said sometimes, you know. And like motherfuckers be forgetting. They mad because they taking Christopher Columbus Day and throwing it in the trash, right? And then changing it to, you know, something more appropriate. You know what I'm saying, with the people here. And then you got people who are honoring Christopher Columbus, for instance, and honoring that Italy Day and, you know, San Giorno or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, and doing a festivals, October festival. No, we don't have a problem with that. We're gonna come have some beer, we're gonna have a good time, eat some bratwurst, you eat meat, so and so, some gummies, or whatever the fuck, right? We'll do all that. You even got motherfuckers be drinking green beer and Irish Day and shit, Irish parade, talking about kiss me, I'm Irish too. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, right? Y'all know, y'all seen brothers and sisters like that, y'all know. All right. We don't have a problem with anything that immigrants are doing. But when it comes to infringing and stepping on the rights of indigenous people of the Americas, aka the American Aborigines, right? We got to have different conversations. We got to start addressing stuff a little differently. Like we don't have to fight these fights. We don't have to go to court. We got to go to court for it. They're in violation. We're not in dishonor. We're on our land. So nobody can debate this. This is not for debate. You know, you see that right there? Nah, we don't debate. We teach. No debate. Fuck you mean? It's a wrap. How you gonna debate this? You gonna debate me and your grandmama? Really? Shit crazy. Shout out to John Blackhawk in the building. Peace to the God. We got Haru Duke of the Great Lakes. OCO. Peace King. StreamYard is an app. Absolutely. But you don't have to download it as an app, put it in the app store, nothing like that. You just go right to it. It's pretty cool actually. See if anybody popping in yet. Yeah, man, we grinding, y'all. We in the building. Shout out to 2 a.m., man. Y'all see it. Wake up. It's time. I wanna yell. But what else we got in here? Yeah, man. If nobody wanna come in though, you know, we can definitely shut this thing down, man, and we'll get back later or tomorrow. So I just want to get into that video a little bit. There's a lot of interesting stuff in that. Probably got to post it in the chat room, in the description or something. They definitely shut it down. Well, I just think that's crazy, yo. When we talk about educational stuff, when you're on platforms, like it's not like I'm monetizing it or something or whatever, and you tell us to share your stuff, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's like whatever they got going on, YouTube needs to stop it, because if your video has been played, you're getting the credit for it. If you got a commercial plan, that commercial don't go to me, that commercial goes to you. So I wouldn't understand that. I would want a motherfucker to millions of people to play my video and share the video for other millions of people to share and play the video. That doesn't make any sense, especially if I'm getting credit for it every time it's played. How does that make sense? It's just dumb. Once again, it goes back to, you know, these people hiding things and they don't want this information. They don't want this Aboriginal consciousness, this Aboriginal science, this Aboriginal lifestyle, this movement to get out. They don't want that. They don't want us to tap into the power of being Americans. They don't want that. So they're going to continue to push motherfuckers to be like, man, you a coon if you American, because once again, that's the guy they want to fund. They want to fund you, right? Once again, shout out to Angela Stanton King. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go vote for her. You know what I'm saying? But so y'all definitely go support that sister. Fuck John Connors and everything else he's been doing a million years. It should have been term limits on these motherfuckers in the first place. Now you got a president, he got 8 years, and these motherfuckers be there for life. That doesn't make any sense. That's just crazy to me. Like it should be term limits on senators and representatives too. So, you know, but it ain't my business. So, you know, y'all do what y'all do. But there, you know, it just seems dumb as fuck to me to continue to have, you know, these type of people who continue to be in this position. And, you know, when you get that, you get corruption, right? When something's like that, you know what I'm saying? You're eventually gonna get some corrupt. We got a mortal being, Marion, in the building. OCO, man. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. What's up, man?
Yo, peace. What up, Chief?
Chilling, man. How you feeling, bro?
Hey, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Easy Friday, you know what I'm saying? So moving into the weekend.
Man.
How everybody doing?
This Good Friday. Man, life's great, man. How about yourself?
That's good. I can't complain, brother, you know what I'm saying?
I'm here. Where you tuning in from?
I'm in Utah right now.
Utah. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, you the
I
first
feel like
brother I ever spoke to.
I never really meet brothers in the truth out here.
Nigga, you the first brother I ever spoke to from Utah.
Hey, that's how it be, bro. Hey, ever since I came into this shit,
this is like a unicorn right now. I'm excited. Hold on, y'all. I'm excited. Hold on.
I hopped on because of, you know, look, so when I came into this shit, bro, I'm trying to think who put me on to you, because you was the first video I came into before I started finding Dane, Sister Bethy, A1, Ab Power, Ab TV. And so that's why I wanted to get on here, because I've been working lately and I ain't really had a chance to kind of get on here. But I want to tell you thank you, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everything you're doing, brother. It's a blessing to see everybody out here pushing this truth the way they doing every day. I mean, everybody, bro. Like I'm talking Lil Moray, anybody that I've come into, you know what I'm saying, since finding these videos, you know what I'm saying, and just coming into the truth. I appreciate y'all, bro. I really do, because before this, man, I was stuck up in that Hebrew Israelite shit, you know what I'm saying, running around telling motherfuckers they was going into captivity. And so, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad that I came into y'all, you know what I'm saying. I just want to hop on here and tell you I appreciate you and everybody else, bro. So, yeah.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate you, man. Like, talking to you is like talking to a unicorn right now, bro. Like, somebody from... So here's the thing, right, man? I'm glad you tuned in, man. I'm glad you I thank you and appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being a part of the family, man, being a part of the tribe, man. We definitely appreciate that, man. And welcome, and keep coming, bro. Like, you're needed, right? We don't know nobody in Utah. You understand my point? Now we know somebody in Utah that we see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
I live next door to Utah. I never wanted to come to Utah. I'm like, man, fuck Utah. You know,
I'm trying to get out of here to be truthful.
Huh?
I said, I'm trying to get out of here to be truthful. It's just nothing out here, you know what I'm saying? Just like you said, I'm a unicorn.
Damn.
I can't find nobody out here to know what I'm talking about. So I run into any and everybody because, like, I feel like I'm obligated, you know what I'm saying? If I ever run into anybody that, you know, is our people, I got to sit them down and let them know, yo, what's your nationality? Why do you call yourself that? You know what I'm saying? And I got to ask them, do they know who they really are? And it's just like I'm obligated to do it no matter where I'm at, where I go, who I see, who they with. You know what I mean? I don't really care, but you know what I'm saying? So
do you have a population of Aborigines up there?
I mean, we small, you know what I'm saying, but it's not, in a sense, people who know who they actually are. You know what I'm saying? I haven't ran into anybody who's told me, yeah, I know I'm Indian or I'm Aboriginal, any of that. So it's yeah, they all stuck in this religion. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't with that Mormon shit, then you know what I'm saying, they're chasing after these white women and all this other shit. So it's kind of hard to even run into your people out here, you know what I'm saying, unless you go into a public place like a store or something, you know what I'm saying. Other than that, like, you rarely see them out. I might have got dropped though.
Black Wolf, peace, brother. Hey, man, that's what's up, bro. I want to ask you a few questions about Utah, man. As you know,
hey, yeah, please shoot.
It's brought up a lot.
Peace, Chief. Peace to the brother on
peace,
the panel.
brother. So, bro, what tribe do you identify with?
Well, so far, like, I'm still doing my genealogy because I've been trying to, like, find almost, you know what I'm saying, everybody on both sides. But going through my grandma's side, because that was kind of what led me to hanging on to this truth when I first heard it. She used to say she was Cherokee all the time, and I didn't know what that meant, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 6 years old when I heard that, so it was just a word, you know what I'm saying? To me, it didn't really mean anything, but after finding out, you know, who we are, and Sister Bethy was actually the one who gave me the links to find to find my grandma, because I went on Ancestry, I did that, and then I ended up finding my second great grandma. Her name is Mary Amanda Drake, and she's actually on the Cherokee Dolls Rose. And so that's how I was able to find out that we came from Cherokee, like my grandma was always saying. And so now I'm trying to find my mom's side, which is even a little bit harder because her family didn't really, like, talk too much to each other. And, like, even my mom's grandmother, or my mom's mom, she didn't really get raised by her mom, so she don't really know too much about her. And so it's hard trying to find records on that side, but so far I identify with Cherokee or American Indian so far, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that is where my family's from.
Yeah, that's interesting. So let me ask you a question, right? So you speak English, right?
Correct.
Are you English?
Am I English?
Yeah.
In what sense? What do you mean? I have no idea what that means.
No, I'm saying, if I'm saying you speak English, right, and that don't make you
Correct.
English. So a lot of times, just like we were reading earlier, when they were making up these tribes, they they make stuff off languages, off the river, or off this and that, or they'll name the people that wasn't even their name. You understand my point? So we're talking about
Yes, yes.
Cherokee, for instance. You know, that's not a real thing. It's created. You know what I'm talking about? So a lot of times you're not gonna be able to go to any documentation because at some point we know that they created these things, like the Lumbee, the lumber tribe. Like, really? It's a Lumbee is a lumber language? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So once again, it's more fuckery that they're doing because obviously the Cherokee, so-called Cherokee speaking people could speak to the Mohawk speaking people. Like, really? There's a Mohawk language? Like, is this a real thing? So you see what I'm saying? So like they just make shit up, bro. So as they go, and we believe it. They say, "Oh, well, the Mohawk language doesn't exist anymore." Well, it never did, motherfucker. Like y'all making shit up, and that's what I'm saying. They just making shit as they go. But so that would be my thing, man. You know what I'm saying? When we say identify the whole concept of being American Aborigine, right? When you look up the definition of American, it's the Aborigines or the copper colored race of the people that they found when they came there.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? And Aborigine means the first inhabitant of any place, and it attaches to a Tanchon and indigenous and these things. If we attach ourselves to these terms, we're going to attach ourselves to power, social, political, economic power. That's the fight.
Right.
This is the whole thing, and we don't have to. We're transparent about being Americans, right? Griff, for instance, Professor Griff, and a lot of other Black Power Rangers will believe that us saying that we are Americans makes us coons, but they're proud to be African American when they know Africa is a created term. You understand my point?
Right.
When we're saying we're the first Americans, that's the concept. We're the first Americans. So when people say, well, can I put that on some documentation? Imagine if you put that on your documentation, Aborigine American, American Aborigine, first American, right? Any of these terms puts you into honor as the landlord, as the people that were here when anybody that came here. I don't give a fuck if you was an African that came here, motherfucking Scottish man that came here, Chinese, whatever the fuck you came here, we've been here. We never came here. And that's the concept that has to be told that they're suppressing around the world. Because once again, we haven't seen Isaiah Thomas. Anybody, find Isaiah Thomas? We had to hit him up.
You say that yesterday, bro. That kind of put chills down my spine because I remember him saying that.
Remember that? Maybe we can find that video. since this one's gone, it's probably not going.
So I noticed how everybody around him was quiet when he brought it up, and I just thought that whole moment was eerie as hell.
But you see how Shaq is rich, and I don't think it's a human being that really want to fight him, right? What was he scared of? Like, why are they so afraid to tell the truth, right? Isaiah had to stop himself. He was like, we had a gut. Like, bro, like the continental government, right? We had governments. How you think we built Cahokia? How did we build it?
I mean, in a sense, though, I kind of get why, like, most of them be scared. You know what I'm saying? They do risk their families being hurt or whatever it may be in case they say something. So I know it's not like, in a sense, they're worried about themselves directly. It's more about their family members. Any one of them that could be hurt. You know what I'm saying? So
they on the oath. They on the oath. You know what I'm saying? From that contract that they signed. You know what I'm saying? When they came in, whatever entertainment they came into. So that's why they won't go as far as you heard them speak on television. You know, they say what they really wanted to say, and that's the whole thing. But I went back the night before when you asked me about the Professor Griffin Nick Cannon interview. I went back and watched that deal, and man, that was very profound. Like I forgot how raw Professor Griff was. And, I told you I stopped following him because, what I'm saying, the information that he was giving out on our people, misdirected, our people. And that's why I stopped following him. But I did go back and watch that deal last night. And, man, I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? It was so raw and real. And I forgot how real the brother, put his information out there when you speak on shit. You know what I'm saying? That was a very good deal. You know what I'm saying?
Losing Isaiah. Shit. Yeah, no, we had a good build on it too, right? But here's the thing, right? I had to think about it, right? Professor Griff wrote a book on hip hop. He's the one exposing. He's the one that's always exposing these rappers and putting him in a position, right, to where he's not going to be invited to anything. He's not getting interviews. He's not doing certain things or whatever. So that's why I said, as far as him, and I had to salute Nick, because he, like, regardless of whatever we disagree with, Griff is has to be over here with us, because they ain't over there with them. He the one exposing them.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's using the official information. So when they call him the Minister of Information, the only information he needs to get right now that he don't have is this Aboriginal information. And I feel like the Minister of Information needs to have that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the importance of that. So when we say Indian, people instantly go to Native American. So Aborigine is specific. There's a reason for this, right? 1500s, Native American, 1975. See what I'm saying? So we have to put ourselves in a position. We got to put ourselves in pole position. You understand what I'm saying? In this race. And we continue to keep putting ourselves at the back of the line. You understand what I'm saying? The back of the pole.
I agree.
That's what it is. We at the back. It's like we volunteer for the back. We raise our hand. Hey, I want to be in the back. You know what I'm saying? We don't want pole position, right? So that's it. So we need pole position, and we're not positioning ourselves the right way. And every time I see these fake ass Roland Martins and people like that or whatever, the Tariq Nasheeds and all these other people, whatever, these niggas have resources. You have education, right? And you have been around long enough to understand the things that you're saying and doing. And they still fired Roland Martin. And he was pushing the black card and all this other shit. Get out of here. You niggas are oath takers, bro. It is what it is. Roland, no, he ain't no goddamn African. What African he look like? Really? I'm telling y'all, I can't wait till the day when they get the permission to talk about their indigenous heritage, and you're gonna see niggas wearing headdresses and all type of goofy ass shit. Watch, because they gonna get permission, just like they got permission to protest. Just like Oprah M got permission to say something about George Floyd. Fuck out of here. You ain't all the bodies down in Chicago. You just not saying something? Really? Because your Jewish friend said it was okay. And you look like a goddamn fool if you're not talking about Black Lives Matter at the dinner table eating lox and bagels, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. We already going all in.
Yeah, I think that the opposition know what's up. I mean, our people definitely, the ones that are in government, and the ones that's on television, and the ones that are pushing this African information, they know what's up. All of them, but they are the ones that are holding us back and planting the seed in our brain that we are from Africa. You know what I'm saying? And we need brothers like y'all, you know what I'm saying, in the community to spit this ism on our people so they can try to wake up. No, we're not going to be able to save everybody. I know that, but
we're gonna try though,
bro. We're
gonna try.
Yeah,
we're gonna try, bro. I agree. We believe in don't believe nobody behind, man. We coming for everybody, y'all. So that's just what it is. We definitely appreciate everybody, man, that support the revolution. You know what I'm saying? The revolution will be streamed. You know what I'm saying? And also, hey man, if you're gonna be traveling, be safe, right? Be safe. I wouldn't advise like no unnecessary traveling, no unnecessary making, putting yourself at risk at this point right now. So that's where I'm at right now, y'all. We gotta be careful. Y'all be careful out there making these moves out here, and people gonna be really still, how our people are, people gonna still be traveling, people gonna still be congregating, so to speak. So, I'm gonna stay out the way. That's what I'm gonna do. So y'all stay careful, be careful out there, man, while y'all traveling, doing y'all thing, man. But just be careful. That's all I can say. Be safe. Stay safe out there. We're gonna keep going, man. Yo, we got the year anniversary of the Declaration of Reclamation of our natural rights and our identity. Now, what's important about our natural rights and our identity is, right, that when you allow somebody to call you and name you something else, right, and you answer to it, they are dictating your identity. Think about that. You walk into a room and you see some Asian people, right? Modern Asian people, right? And you instantly start calling them Chinese. And they say, no. So, bro, I'm Laos. Shout out to Laos. Shout out to Cambodia. Peace of the righteous people out there, man. Peace of y'all, man. I'd love to come out there sometime, man, visit y'all, see what y'all got going on. See if y'all got some good weed out there and shit. But anyway, back to the thing what we're saying though, right? We're talking about, you know, our people, you know, allowing other people to identify them, right? So if these people from Asia, we come in the room, we say, hey, you Chinese people, we just continue to keep calling them Chinese people. And they keep telling us, no, I'm from Laos. I'm from Korea. I'm Korean. I'm Korean. I'm not Chinese, right? They are specific. You understand what I'm saying? Now imagine if they never told us and we just continue to call them Chinese. And they just accept it. Because they're like, we're ignorant. It doesn't matter. But guess what? What if they started calling themselves Chinese? The Korean person is saying, no, I'm Chinese. He comes to you and when you ask him, hey, where are you from? He say, I'm China. I'm Chinese. I'm China. I'm Chinese. He just, no matter what we saying, because he don't want to talk about Laos. He don't want to talk about Cambodia. So he just tell you he's Chinese. Okay? That's essentially what you're doing when you allow these people to identify you as an African, okay? An African American. You allow them to not only tell you who you are, but then you turn around and internalize this, and then you turn around and now you're telling people that you're an African American, that you were the descendant of slaves, and you're not the descendant of the mother and father of civilization. You're not the descendant of them, you're the descendant of slaves. See what I'm saying? They created Slav and gave it to you. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we're dealing with. This is the fuckery that we're dealing with in our community. Shit. Oh my God. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, I got low battery. Got there? Hold on, more than building. Blue, what it do, brother?
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, yo, I just want to say big up in it, respect still, cause you get me enough information from man over here. You get me? Cause man, you see over here in England, true say like, obviously I was born in Jamaica, innit? I come over England when I was 10. And it's like, yo, it's hard over here because you've got British born, like third generation, like people my age, like 30, 35, who was born here, you get me? They've only got one extension, and that's like to Jamaica. From Jamaica, it's Africa. And like, obviously, I've been listening to you, man, for a while. I've been listening to A1 for like 3 years, you get me? And I'm trying to tell enough of these people over here who they are and where they're from, you get me? But yo, it's difficult because yo, it's gonna take a while still to get people on board and get people woken up, because it's hard, man. It's hard. Because the powers that be are just making it difficult all the time. You get me? But yeah, man, respect still.
Yeah, man. Maybe Isaiah come over to Tribe Up Sports News Entertainment. Anybody can holler at Isaiah, man. We ain't got much. We can build together. You can come over here and say we've been here as long as you want to. Hey, he definitely said that. I'm going to find that video, y'all. Let's play that. Since this is going to get shut down. So we might as well find it. So, Blue, man. So the information, when we talk about the Maya, right, and how the Mesoamerica and how they present the modern stuff, but they present it as is ancient. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I've been there, innit? I've had the privilege to go there, innit? I've been Brazil and Guatemala and Peru and them places, and like when I went there, when they say their restoration means basically they're just whitewashing everything, you get me? When they say they're restoring certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because even like King Charles, he was mixed race, you get me? Like me, through King James Stewart, and obviously Stuart means Schwarz, innit? German. So like meaning dark. So he was like the last king over there in Peru. And he's white now over there, you get me, on the murals and certain things. But over here in England, people don't even really, people think the Mayas, yeah, they look like the people off like Apocalypto and them type of films, you know what I'm saying? That's who a lot of people think they are. And I'm trying to like, I'll put up, like I've got PDFs, like I've got a lot of information because I don't know my white side, I don't know the white people in it. I just know my grandfather. So my mom's dark skin. She knows her nation. She don't call it a tribe, it's a nation, innit? Because there was many upon many. And like even that, we only get told about certain nations for some reason. You know what I mean? Like there's so much information that they're not even telling at all, because it will unlock even more truths. Blood, trust me, when I went to Peru, I was overwhelmed because I'm seeing things that I didn't even fully believe, like the dark-skinned people, the copper-colored people, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at them, they look like kings and queens, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to go back in September, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to go to these type of places, because even me, as a so-called mulatto, it uplifts you. It gives you a sense of knowing, like, who you are, you know what I'm saying? Because you're tongue from them places there where you are now. You know what I'm saying? And like me personally, I keep saying it, man. Like you need to be more forceful. You need to force who you are. Cause them the pale faces are coming over and it's like they instantly forget where they just come from, like 120 years ago. Like don't forget, they were sending over white people, criminals, and then giving them land. You know what I'm saying? The Queen Elizabeth I was giving white people land, like kidnappers, spiriters, or whatever you want to call them. Like they sent over evil over to the Americas. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the Americas, I mean all of it. All of them islands there. Islands that they don't even show you no more. Islands that are covered by water. You know what I'm saying? From man-made dams and whatever. Like they've mashed up America. Like they've even made you believe Egypt's not in America. They made you believe the things that are in the Bible, even though I don't deal with the Bible. They made people think that that's not from the Americas. Everything is from the Americas. Everything. And they don't want you to know that, because it will mash up the whole system, the whole Smithsonian system, the whole Royal Society system, all of it. All of their plan, what's been put together, will just crumble. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here trying to let people know bit by bit, because you can't overwhelm people, because when you show certain people that like what was going on in certain places in the Americas, what was already there, you know, like the Industrial Revolution. There wasn't no revolution. Them things was already built there by indigenous copper-colored people. So when I try and show people this, they don't believe it, because they still think that like it was them. What's that Western thing? That Bonanza, them type of Indian people. That's what they believe with the totem pole and all them thing. You get me? That's what over here people think. Even people from Jamaica, they think that they Ashanti and all them fuckery. Sorry, but it's mad. It gets me angry still. Gets me angry. My mum knows her tribe, innit? The British call her, the word wog, gollywog, comes from the Pikawata wog. And then the French derivative, that's Algonquian. The French call it Pequot. You get me? Pequin, Sequin, very different. There's so many derivatives. They've stolen many a language and lingo, I should say. So yeah, like all this information you man put out, I eat it all up, put it with certain things that I've already got. You know what I'm saying? And more so as well, I have newspaper cuttings. I can go back far. I can go back to 1792 in my family. You know what I'm saying? I've got recorded, dated, historical information, photographs and stuff like that. My mum's got stuff she won't let me have. You know what I'm saying? It's not a joke out there. Trust me. But yeah, I'm going on still. But your peace, man. Yeah, I'm muting my mic, man.
Peace, peace, peace. Y'all still on?
Yeah, we in here.
Who am I speaking with right now?
Some more being, brother, Mario.
More re- Okay, what's up, brother? What's up? What's up?
Oh, you know, nothing but the sky, brother. How you doing?
Good, good, good. What you got going on, my brother? You know, what's good in the world? What you seeing right now?
Right now I'm outside in the parking lot at work, you know what I'm saying? I hopped on, you know what I'm saying? Because I be at work all day. I work 13, 14-hour shifts, just depending on how it's going to go for the day. But, nah, man, like, and that's kind of how I got into Chief, you know what I'm saying? One day I saw he was doing like a 10-hour bill, you know what I'm saying? I listened to that all day at work, and I've been doing that ever since, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, anytime I can, you know what I'm saying, hop in here and listen to y'all speak on the truth, bro. That's what I do, man. I got the YouTube premium going, and I just let that shit play all day.
Oh yeah, word up, man. You know, I was the same way. You know, when I came into the community, you know, before, like I told Chief, I listened to other brothers such as Bobby Hennett, Dr. Phil Valentine, uh, Dr. Ali Muhammad. You know, Francis Chris Weldon. I listened to a lot of different brothers and sisters in the community that was speaking, you know, on the history of, you know, so-called black people. You know what I'm saying? And once I just started getting into the information, you know, more information started to come out, and you know, once I started listening to certain people, certain things just started coming to me spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And I started seeing it from that perspective. You know, I couldn't grasp it from, you know, reading and just sitting there listening to, you know, brothers on YouTube or whatever like that. Like I tell everybody, it's like a spiritual thing for me, you know, from what I'm hearing and what I've been dissecting from the brothers in the community that been spitting this ism, you know, on these channels. And I'm very proud and glad that they're bringing this information out. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's waking a lot of our people up, you know, and making us want to do more. And you know, as time go on, we're gonna wake up and we're gonna pull together and try to make this thing happen. You know, and put it back in our proper perspective. You know, that's what I'm seeing with this information that's being put out here.
Yo, can I cut in?
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, speak your piece, brother.
All right, so bam. This is the problem now, because we've just had these protests. Like, the mad thing is, I'm all the way over in the UK, and like 6 days after that that Floyd guy got murdered or whatever, we had like marches. So that was all strategical from 2016 or whatever. Also, the fact that they've just added black and brown to the flag, to the LGB flag. You know what I mean? Now it's because before it wasn't about race, but now it's about race, because me personally, there's layers to these marches, because the word equality can kind of like encompass quite a lot of things. And people like me and you and the people that listen to who we listen to on YouTube, our equality is different to the people that actually put the marches together and what they want. Their equality is more about trying to get our black and brown people, children especially, teenagers, into this transgenderism and this lesbian and gay thing, you know what I'm saying? They've been trying to emasculate the man, they have been emasculating the man for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how many are really waking up? Because I'm not really seeing it too much. You know what I mean? It's starting to really like annoy me now, because we have there's too many agents. There really is. There's too many distractions, and there's too many of us aren't strong enough and spiritual enough and concentrated enough. We don't know ourselves enough to not let these distractions stop us from what we need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's all I want to say still on that point.
Yeah, that's facts, brother. You know, a lot of people you see out here, you know, protesting, you know, walking around with masks on their faces and just basically doing everything that, you know what I'm saying, the pale face is telling them to do. Those are the people that are lost, brother. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that probably gonna have to come back to this realm after they make their transition and start all over again. You know, they're gonna have to reboot and you know what I'm saying, travel through the same plane again, you know what I'm saying? For the ones that are woke, you know what I'm saying, especially the people that's here, you know what I'm saying, on this channel, you know what I'm saying, we putting out this information, man. We trying to get the people woke and we trying to get people to understand and realize who they are, you know what I'm saying, and where they stand on this earth. A lot of those people don't know that, you know what I'm saying. They haven't been taught anything, and they're spiritually dead, you know what I'm saying.
We say we're the walking dead, but also as well, what we need to also get out of is these politics, these politics, you know what I'm saying, because it ain't for us. None of them people, anyone who takes the oath, they are not for us. They're for the system. So all this talk about, yeah, it sounds nice and intelligent and whatever to think, you know, about politics or to know about politics, but to engage in it and to think that it's doing anything good for us is wrong, because it's invaders telling you what to do on your own land. So that's another thing people need to get rid of. Like, it's different over here because, like I say, like, there's more Caribbean over here, mainly Jamaican, and we haven't really got no so-called black figureheads over here, or any like I only listen. There's only like 2 other people from the UK that I listen to on YouTube. Everything else is American. It's like over here we're focused on the Americas. You know what I'm saying? So over here we haven't really got so-called too many agents that I can really like think of. You know what I'm saying? It's more in the Americas. And me personally, I feel trapped over here in England. I've lost all my skin color and everything. Like, I've gone pale and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel spiritually like intact over here. You know what I'm saying? This is for the pale faces. Africans come over here and they love it. They get money and everything. But as a Caribbean who's in the Commonwealth, don't get nothing. It's a mad system still. That's why I don't like politics. I ain't got time for none of that. What's that?
Yeah, we got this video. We got this video with that we were talking about with Isaiah Thomas.
Yo, Chief, sorry, what's that? Eagle Hawk Condor said, "What's do I ask the UK, bro, if he supports the Extinction Rebellion? What's that? Extinct who? What? Are you dark-skinned people? Are you mad? Are you mad? He must think I'm some fool or something. I'm mixed race, yeah, by biology, not by culture, and not by choice of wanting to be. So extincting any other people that look like me or are darker than me, no, I ain't with that type of shit."
Yeah. You know, the Black Lives Matter and, you know, all these different groups, you know, keep coming up. It's like now, you know, even it's like anytime that it's about our people that they're in front of it. And then Benjamin Crump and these other guys, the Al Sharptons and these other guys work with these guys. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have nobody else. Benjamin Crump's the only lawyer, really. Lee Merritt, these are the only guys. Y'all see the irony here? See all these lawyers you have out here. Nobody else could do the job anymore, right? So it's almost like a script. So it's getting crazy. It's really getting crazy. But we got this video though of Isaiah Thomas, Shaquille O'Neal, Baron Davis, and yeah, Chris Webber. Black Wolf, you back in the building?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Chief?
Yep, sound good.
Okay.
Chief, you about to play the video?
Yep.
All right, bet. Well, I'm gonna swing back into the chat. I appreciate you letting me come up today, brother. It was great talking to you, Black Wolf, Blue, everybody. It was definitely. I appreciate being on this panel talking to y'all guys. But I gotta get back to work, so I'm gonna just go ahead and listen in. But I did want to say something. Hey, Chief, you ever heard a comedian called T.K. Kirkland?
Absolutely.
Bro, anybody ever tell you y'all sound similar?
Nah, I never heard that before. But shout out to T.
Bro, y'all got like the same
motherfucking
smooth
K.
Exactly, bro. Hey, I fucks with him, but yeah, bro, you remind me of him a lot, bro. Especially when I be hearing you go off on niggas. You talking about I'm Chief Billy, greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that should resonate with a nigga. Cause I'm a Capricorn and I'm confident and cocky as hell. But bro, I love you.
That's
And
what's
I love
up,
the rest of
man.
y'all
Hey,
brothers
man, tap in with me, man. I definitely want to. I definitely want to tap in with you out there in Utah, man. So tap in with me, man. ChiefHoliday@gmail.com.
I'm gonna do that.
Anybody want to tap in with me, man?
Man.
Holler at me. ChiefHoliday@gmail.com. Let's get it.
Hey, but I'm gonna hit you in the email. I'm gonna send you my phone number. Hit me up anytime, brother. I would love to converse with you, just because I know you got hella information that I definitely want to tap into. And yeah, brother, let's
say no more,
make sure
man.
we get all our people back on their shit, and let's make this happen, bro. I love all y'all, and I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all weekends. And I'm out, bro.
You too, man. Hey, have a good one, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Y'all too.
Yeah, man. So this was a couple All-Star weekends ago.
History, and which is our history every month out the year. And I hope that for parents and kids that go home, now we have the internet. Now we have tools at our hand. And no, you aren't being taught Black American history in schools, but now we can still go out and find that history. It's not like when we grew up and maybe it was buried someplace in the encyclopedia. All you got to do is go type in some words and you can get it right now and understand where you've come from and how special you are.
Can I just end with this one thing? These four brothers sitting here, we didn't all come from Africa. And there was a country before 1492, and our history goes way beyond 1492. So you can't start us at 1492. We were always here.
That's history only from us players. No, we love you guys. Happy American History Month. We're back with some more players only. Only players, baby.
He been on the milk carton ever since. Hey man, shout out to the guy Zeke, aka Isaiah Thomas. Hey man, that right there. What do y'all think about that?
Me personally, yeah. Just like I said before, I think them brothers know what's going on, man. They, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, they have signed a oath under their contract to keep quiet about certain things, and if they dare to come out and share their information, you know, something probably would tragically happen, you know, to them or maybe some of their family members. But they definitely know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They definitely know who they are, and this been the problem with our people. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know what I'm saying, keeping this information hidden. And just like a lot of people in our community also, you know what I'm saying, I can go back to my hometown and I can say the same thing. There's a lot of prominent black people back in my hometown know who they are and know they stand in the world, but because they're under oath, they can't let their information out, because if they do, then certain things will begin to happen to them. You know what I'm saying? I believe that goes across the board, you know. With that's why you see a lot of Freemasons, a lot of these Masons, you know, high rank Masons. They know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They know what the deal is. But hey, that's their job, you know, to keep us suppressed and keep us on the umbrella. You know, that's covering up this information that we need to know, and keeping our people blinded. So yeah, these cats know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They got all this money, all this power, all these resources. They can help us. You know what I'm saying? But only if they break away from that system that they're under. You know what I'm saying? They can help a whole lot, but hey, you know, that's what we got before our eyes right now.
People need to learn to study law as well, all forms of law, because that gives you avenues of research as well. Because it's one thing like getting people to know who you are. It's about how to use it and utilize it, you know what I'm saying, to your advantage. So you need to know the laws that they know, that the invaders invented and created.
That's facts. That's facts, brother. I
Super
mean,
facts.
we got to know what's going on.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Legalese is their Wiccan language, innit? It's their spelling language. That's the proper spelling language. Because certain words like understanding, over here, understand means consent in the legal terms of police, because police is the enforcement policy. If you take the E away and replace it with a Y. So when they give you that Miranda or whatever it's called, read your rights and thing, and they say, do you understand? And you say, yeah, that's basically then you saying, I consent for you to force your policy restrictions on me and whatever, hence getting arrested, accosted. So there's certain ways around certain things. Like over here, I drive a license. You know what I'm saying? Like I know certain laws where I had to write to the Ministry of Transport to own my car, because you don't own your car, your vehicle. Otherwise, they can just take they can take it off you, like they can take your children, or you don't own your children. So we need to know all forms of law, because they're evil. These people are evil. This system is an evil system that they've put upon us, even just in general.
Hey, do you think that they? We went over the social stratification, right? And then we talk about the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class, and then there's different levels of stratification within those levels, right? Do you think that they're using color and this whole concept of color against everybody that's in the lower classes?
That's the first form. Caste, the caste system. Like, I'd get called half caste. That's what I used to get called, or nigger, or black bastard, or coon, or samba.
Yeah, so half caste would be like half
would be original.
Yeah, half of the original. But the caste will be a part of. Do you see how they made the caste or the non-original, right? The original, yeah. In Mexico, you see how they changed it from Guerrero being the second president. I'm gonna show that too, y'all. We have to do that on another bill because I don't want to put this too long.
So me, as soon as I came over here, I've got nigger hair. I hate that word. Sorry, I hate that word. I've got my mum's hair in it, like tough. I can do all sorts with it, dread it up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, my features. I look indigenous. So when I come over here and I had a little mad accent and that, like patois, like I look mixed race, but I was red, like dark red. Like a awako, you get me, on original Taino. You know what I'm saying? Because bearing in mind there's 16 different copper colored shades. So when I come over here, they didn't, and they see me with my dark skinned mum, they didn't know that I was mixed. So automatically there was like black bastard, nigger, you know what I'm saying? It's like, go man. But yeah, they use the caste system in India as well. Obviously the originals, the Dravidians, in it, who are really dark. That's why when you had like West Indies, Indi means dark. So obviously they just meant the west of where like the Europeans were, there was all dark people there. They meant the whole of it, you get me? Not just the islands. They just meant the West Indies, meaning the west of where the dark people are, just like the East Indies. You know what I'm saying? It was everywhere in it. Everywhere. Indonesia, Hindustan. So they made caste systems everywhere. You go India, and obviously the Greeks was there first. And they don't like being dark skinned over there. They're in the poorest parts. You go, when I went Brazil, the dark skinned people there, in the poorest parts, you get me? Along with people that like slightly look like me, but I'm British, you know what I'm saying? Like my white side is British. And then my mum's Jamaican. Her great grandma is from what's called Illinois now. That's as far as I can go back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But it can go two ways for me. You get me? Because I could have been, if I was born over here and had a white mom and an indigenous dad, and he and it went by the stereotype, and he wasn't around, and all I knew was my white family, then I'd grow up like Drake or Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking of that though, you know, some people though, you know, like Kaepernick, for instance, had his mom's Caucasian, pale, right? And I guess his dad. What's that? What happened?
He just grew up with her, though, innit? Come on, man. My mom was the same as like Huey P. Newton. That man grew afros to fit a fucking narrative. You know what I'm saying?
But I think
Trying to mix and blend
but
everything.
sometimes though when people leave certain environments or even like when you know people like African American studies is a hell of a thing, y'all. Like it's like a lot of people shit, you know, people learn certain things that they didn't learn at home when they get into school and they get socialized into these certain things, right?
Come on,
You're gonna
man.
you feel me?
It
So
takes time, man. It takes time. You can't. You don't. White people are the injection of us because they didn't have nothing. But they're the
but I'm
only
saying
white
though, just
person
the
that.
different people though. Imagine even if you were a mestizo, like
Yo,
would you
Kaepernick looks stiff, man.
are
He
you
looks
you would
stiff.
consider yourself a mestizo, right?
Yo, he looks white though. He don't look like me.
Well, no,
He looks
because
more
then
white.
they have even more mixtures after just the initial mixture. There's other mixtures, and some people that say, okay, well, we're not the same as you because you're directly mixed with a nigger or an African or a black. You understand my point? So they start changing stuff up. So that's what we're talking about. Once you start, the Native Americans aren't even considered mixed. It's like, oh, these people walked across the fucking Bering Strait 13,000 years ago. Get the fuck out of here. They didn't
No,
mixed people didn't exist like that.
been
See what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
A Native American only come around in the 70s. So yeah, and I'm not being funny as well. Mongoloids was only classified. Mongoloids was like what? Mongoloid American was only classified about 40 years ago. And when you was bringing up certain things not long ago, when you was reading that stuff off Wikipedia or whatever, like you didn't have, when you was reading out the races, they didn't say Mongoloid, and I thought they were the first here. And when I was studying Genghis Khan or the people before him, like in his invasions and that, they don't mention the Americas properly. They just skirt around that, like it's a hypothesis. You get me? Like most of their bullshit. So
that's fact.
With what I don't like, but blood. Listen, what I don't like,
man. Appreciate
sorry,
you.
what
I
don't like, yeah, is how they've tried to not even tried how they've inserted the lighter skinned people like me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they were pushing an agenda to where like that type of thing can mash up like dark skinned people's mind, you know, like a dark skinned woman's mind just seeing light skinned man. Because when I come over here, I had enough brothers who would say, oh, I don't like black girl because they got attitude and rare tear. But when I look at it, I think, rah, but enough white girl are stopping you from seeing your baby and thing, you get me, and calling police on you. But that's what happens over here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not really a lot of dark skin girl in it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've got like 4 baby mothers, like, and they're all dark skin. You know, well, bar one's mixed. So like, yeah, I took a nice pick still, but like I say, the majority of dark skin brothers, they like light skin girl, cause that's all you see on like celebrity, or that's all they put out there. So when I'm seeing Kaepernick being used, and when I'm seeing people like Drake being put up there and other light skinned people, I don't like it because it's always an agenda. And I come from my mum, and my mum's a dark skinned woman, you get me? And they just get mistreated the most. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all I see is just a psychological attack, an emotional attack, a color complex attack on the indigenous people of America, non-Africans. But you don't really hear nothing focused on the Africans, because remember, you're the Africans. But all I see is, like I say, an attack after attack after attack, a full-on wave, and there's many layers to it. And it's like, how can you not be indigenous to that land when you see the amount of attacks that they put upon you, the amount of whitewashing that they've done, the amount of lies that they've told that are now coming to the truth, the amount of information and truth what's there. You know what I'm saying? A brother was just on there a minute ago, I think he's gone now, saying that he used to listen to certain people and that. I used to listen to my grandma because I knew that she used to listen to her great grandma, you know what I'm saying? They're the people that we need to be listening to about certain things to get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Because you might think that when I have it bad now, but they had it worse. You know what I'm saying? So if we tap into their energy and things, hopefully we can sort out certain things, you know what I'm saying, and get our mind right. Start figuring out how we're gonna fight back. But it's a beast attacking.
Yeah, man, that's dope. You know, once again though, in my mind, right, it's always it's kind of like the Matrix, right? You know what I'm saying? When we talk about that, just that concept, you know, whoever like could construct, if you get into their world, you know what I'm saying? They're Superman. They could fly. They could do all these other things and do shit that you can't do because you're in their world. They can beat you. So I'm saying you're in their world. So just that whole same concept with this, you know what I'm saying? Like we're in their world, and we are not even, I want to say, like fighting it the right way. Like, you know what I mean? Like even not
Do you
even
know why?
playing the
You know
game
why
the
we're not
right way.
fighting it? You know why we're not
Yeah,
fighting it the right
it's
way?
not happening the right way. I'm saying people are trying, and you know, it's just we have a historical accounting of what's happening, but we still allow the fuckery to go on. Like there's no more pastors. Al Sharp is the only pastor. Is this real? Like I just think it's just crazy. Like it just,
their world's created off your world. You know what I'm saying? I'll say your world because, like I say, I'm mixed. You're full indigenous, original. You know what I'm saying? So in certain cases, I'll say the pale face is made their world from your world. So they're fighting within your world, like as kind of like fake people, not even kind of, as fake people. And we see that. So therefore, if we see that and we learn, like I say, we use the weapons is law because we're in their system, and most of these laws is fake, just like their money. So once we learn these things, we can use them as weapons, you know what I'm saying, and fight back. Because that's how you have to do it. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it'd be nice, like we don't have guns over here, you know what I'm saying? But if we did, I'd be in jail. So like I can't really like say like, yeah, man, go out there and just start shooting them. Or I don't wanna, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You have to use law, innit? Nah. Because they made a fake world within your real world. And they've done that by history.
yeah, that's a fact, bro. I just I just think this whole concept of race and colorism and all these things is so crazy. But when we're trying to break down the psychological damage, I think I would like to think, you know, the first place we should be going is the terminologies, right? The words that we're using out our mouths would be the absolute first part of the psychological repairing of the damage that has happened to our fucking brains. Facts, right? So we know they have done these things, and you're not reverse engineering it. That means you're part of the problem. Sorry. Like, there's no way for us to keep doing the same shit that got us in this position. That makes no sense, bro. No sense.
Yeah. I had to like, I'm not a Freemason or anything like that, but I was in a lodge for a while still, and that was just to usurp energy. I mean, usurp energy. That sounded bad. Information, you get me? Because, like I say, there's certain things that I wanted to do within their system that I didn't really like. You know what I mean? Like, so I had to learn a few things, and sacrifice a lot of time. But I've done a lot of time in jail. So my life's not really been about doing a lot of things exciting. I've spent 9 years in prison. I'm 35 and I spent 7 years like going to a lodge. Not indoctrinated within, I mean, not inducted in anything spooky or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But I was going there and learning. And the worst thing about it is that a lot of these stars, or like the main basketballers or NFL stars that you see, who are the main people that are talking, they're the ones that were picked out of the sororities and fraternities. They're the ones who take the oath. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who are going to know the truth about who you are, because that's how I learned more. Obviously, I knew from my mom, but from learning how laws, acts, regulations, and legislations came around, they tell you who was on the land and what they had to do. Certain homestead acts, Indian removal acts, you know, taxation laws that really should be optional. Well, they should be optional over here in England. Like, it's quite easy to get through some of the acts and laws over here. Like, it's simple to like get out of tickets and things like that once you learn certain things. Like I say, I own my car, they can't take it from me unless obviously I do something criminal, because that's a different law. So yeah, the systems, it's not even fixed. It's never been fixed. It's always been broken, because they always know who the original people are. So they always playing catch up, and that's where we have to keep on learning certain things, so we can basically catch up to them, trying to catch up and keep up the acts and the lies.
Yeah, man, that's a fact. I mean, but once again, though, we're on automatic.
They change terminologies a lot as well, Chief.
We're on automatic pilot with the terminologies, though, right?
But they change them a lot, and they differ in certain. They change the terminologies, or certain terminologies differ in certain realms of law. You know what I'm saying? Over here they do. So it's like, it's slippery the way they've done it. I'm not gonna lie, the way they put things together is good. You know what I'm saying? Because they've got it kind of wrapped up to where it's like, you've got to be kind of prestigious or a person of stature to kind of like make headway type of thing within this demonic system. That's why most people just take oaths and think, you know what, I'll take the money and done, I'm good. That's why most people would rather become an agent or a puppet. And it's happened before in our nations. That's how we fell. You know what I'm saying? That's how we allowed them in. We got sloppy. And for the last 30 years, it's just been hectic. The amount of dark-skinned people just begging to be Greeks, alphabet boys, and agents and puppets. It's a joke. That's why I don't like the word nigger, because it's popularized too much. Or even over here, like, we don't really get called it, but it's like, we have a music called drill, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the worst, lowest form of niggerish music, but it's the most popular over here. That's how they've made it. And with that comes the knife crime, because we've got a lot of knife crime, you know what I'm saying, black on black. So them two go hand in hand. And then with that goes the JD starter kit, the drill starter kit you get from JD, where it's the black boy who's the poster boy for that. Then you get the probation and the prison service that make money from that. Then you get the morgues and the fucking organs where you make money from that. You're a commodity. There's so many layers of how evil it is against you. Like, it's full on hideous. So even knowing terms and everything, it's like, yo, this system is satanic. Trust me, it's bad. and they're trying to snatch our children, take their minds, take their soul, leave them spiritless. Well, man, are gonna go and jump on TikTok tomorrow, TikTok in it, and everything's all right. Everything's forgotten again. Something else will come out, another pandemic soon, innit? You know, to distract you from the headway that you're making. That's why man have to keep strong, guys. Trust me, it's full on war. It's a spiritual war, economical war, systematic war, child warfare. They ain't gonna let up, so we can't. Yeah, I rest, man, I rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna it's about that time, y'all. Go ahead and shut this little thing down. It's been fun. So y'all got any last words to get up out of here?
Yeah, it's my birthday today. It's the 4th of July now. It's like 1:45 in the morning. And that's my birthday today, my Earth Day, innit? 4th of July. I'm 35 today.
All right. Happy birthday, brother. Blues in the building. It's Earth Day. Hey, speaking of that too, man, you reminded me, man. Happy Earth Day to my brother, Copper Grizzly, aka Aboriginal Power. Peace to the God, man. He was in there. He's enjoying himself right now. Blew back. So yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna smoke a few for him. So yeah, peace to my brother, man. Shout out to y'all, peace to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for tuning in, man. Hope y'all got something out this build today. It's very important, man, that we know what they're doing. So when you're reading these studies, this and that, and all these little terminologies that they name you and you identify to them and stuff, it puts you in this honor. You're not honoring your ancestors. You're not honoring the land that you're standing on. You know what I'm saying? Once we
I
can
just
tap
want to
into
say, sorry.
You cut out, Chief.
I just want to say peace in it, Chief, and just much blessings to everybody on the chat and on the panel, and just like blessed for accepting man still. I know certain man are funny about our mix in it, but yeah, man, nice having me on the panel, man.
What happened? Something happened? Wow. All right, Blue. Thanks, man. Hey, Black Wolf, man. What's up, man? You got something else you want to say? Get up out here. Well, we're going to get up out of here. Hey, I see Raider Nation up in the building. L Boogie, what it do? Oh, okay, so Aboriginal Power's birthday is today, and then the brother Blue who just left of the UK's birthday 4th. So, which is the 4th over there in the UK, right? So, he's in the future. And yeah, man, shout out to all the great ones tuning in, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, it was a good build. I'm gonna go back and check it out. Like, share, subscribe, man.
Hey, yo, Chief, you cut out. But peace,
cut out.
To you, brother, Supreme Chief Holiday. Let me on the panel. Peace to the chat. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hope you celebrate with your family and friends or whatever. And just stay safe. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. I'm out.
All right, bro. Thank you, man. Peace to you, man. You have a good weekend as well. Like I said, we're going to be coming back at y'all probably tomorrow, man, with the Declaration of Reclamation. So, man, hey, man, peace to the tribe, man. Y'all enjoy y'all evening, man. And, y'all never know, man. Y'all might see something else pop up tonight. So, peace and paradise to all the American Aborigines, a.k.a. the first Americans, a.k.a. the great ones. Hey, I see Creek One and Water up in there. Big Creek Nation's in the building. Peace to God, man. who else we got in the building. Make sure I can get everybody out. I definitely appreciate y'all. Eagle Hawk Condor is in the building. CEO. Yeah, I think I got everybody, man. Yeah, I got everybody. Yeah, so man, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Like I said, man, I have fun, man. I like getting into the information. So we're gonna get back into the information, man. Like I said, man, they're gonna always block this stuff, man. They're gonna do whatever they can do to stop the truth from getting out, man. But we're gonna keep plugging away, man. So that's why we over on this channel. So man, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, hey man, subscribe to Tribe Up Sports News and Entertainment. If you haven't subscribed to Supreme Chief Holiday, please subscribe. Yeah, we appreciate everybody, man. The likes, subscribes, shares, everything, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. And we're gonna keep coming with the hits, man. So salute to the tribe, man. We out of here. Peace out.